Discord.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Dorkvision stream. We are here every Sunday night from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can also watch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10. We're playing the Rime of the Frost Maiden. It's definitely considered fan content because we're all fans of Dungeons and Dragons, and definitely not making any money off of it except through donations. You can find my books on Drive Through RPG and the TM's Guild. You can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet, and definitely check us out on Discord if you want to hang out. With all that stuff out of the way, let's get into what happened last time. So, last time, you guys were doing a lot of downtime stuff, pretty much. Mostly waiting for the Wand of Counterspells to be completed. I believe you fought off some assassins. There was a blood mage among them that was able to escape by turning into, presumably, blood and escaping down a storm drain. you guys captured one of the assassins and turned them over to the Leaf Crown, an act of good faith, after interrogating them, I think.
Oh yeah. No. Boom Crash definitely dropped off the body with like a little note attached to it.
As
Because
the Red
Mao
Raven.
definitely was
As the
not
Raven.
going to bring that body there.
Yeah.
So, it was a good choice.
Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Raven.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, what else did you do last time? 'Cause that was largely it.
That was a
That was
lot
the
of
first
it.
half, and then the second half was just kind of doing our little actions to confirm stuff about New Dawn, and also muster. Didn't we muster at least one unit?
You mustered the Connaughton War Mages last time.
Yeah.
And Paranor's Amalgam, which is what I'm calling it now. She has her group of undead.
Did
Ooh.
we gather
Abomination.
information
Sorry?
using the vintners, or did we?
We paid to basically to spread rumors, but to also gather
Yes.
information. It was a bit of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Against the forewarning of you probably shouldn't be attached to an underground business, but sure.
I gave money to Mao and just was like, you can use this however you need.
Just give
What
them
a
funding and make sure it
irresponsible
happens.
decision.
It kind of was, yeah.
Well, it's more like Mao's looking at the party bank. This is my money too. You can use it. It's right here.
And I believe the last thing you guys tried to do was you infiltrated New Dawn and started discovering the plight that's going on there, that people are losing faith in the light, turning to various other gods, and it's not helping them unite their people against two invading forces, squishing them like against the walls of their city. Right before you were about to
contact Maria.
tried to
That's the other
contact
part
Maria,
was.
that's right. She was also, that was what else happened.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
other big thing.
You guys
She rolled
contacted
bad
Maria,
3 times in a row.
and you got herself captured, presumably.
Oh.
And yeah, you can't contact her right now. And moreover, just now your reports are coming in from Hazmut and from others as your sending stones get like kind of messed up and bewitched. They start sending false signals and false messages everywhere. People that you had once reliably contacted are going dark. And Kazmut has identified that there are groups of people returning to Mount Mordensamen, cultist cells that are gathering, and an army is swelling mountains. And that's basically them starting Intrigue with you guys, which means that we have to do some rolls.
They didn't get the box, so they're like, fuck it, time to go in.
Now, there's more than one way to get a box. The other way is much more painful. As I said just before the stream, all these dudes over here are 4th and 5th tier things. Should you wish to want to grab some during the Intrigue. Otherwise, we're going to have to go through the Intrigue, which is going to use all your funny special things like diplomacy, espionage, lore, and operations. The DCs, like your armor classes for these, for your domain, are communications, resolve, resources. Right now, their levels are +0. You can increase them by making a check against yourself, or you can decrease the enemies by making checks against theirs. So, it's up to you how you guys want to do it. Have a number of turns during this Intrigue equal to 4 plus your domain size, so you guys have 7 turns. They have 9 turns. Since they're starting the initiative, they take their extra turns before you guys. Which is good. They get to kind of show you how it's done. Boo! You stink! Alright,
I'd honestly rather them do their shit and then be able to respond.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a detriment, even though it is very aggressive.
Yeah.
It does
See,
put you on
I
the
kind of
back
wanted to
foot.
get I kind of wanted to get ahead and go like just fuck with them. It's like because they've screwed with us before, a lot.
Right.
Alright, so first thing that they do, and also, I guess to remind you, you guys do have features that you can use in this. They have comments if you hover over the cells in the spreadsheet that you guys have, but otherwise they are plans within plans. You can muster the crew, which is your special unit. It's a tier 3 unit. You can use Create Vulnerability, and you can use False Orders. Yeah. One of them requires your communications level to be +2 or higher to create a vulnerability. So if you want to
Which
increase your
tab
comms...
is that under?
That's under the Organization tab.
Okay.
Yeah. Just copy this picture. Put it in. It will not. Okay, well, that's fine. You know where it is. So keep an eye on that. Let's get into the business. So, the first thing that they're going to do, they bewitch your sending stones, which, like I said, that's what they're doing first. And one of the enemy officers is going to use their proficiency bonus to add to that. Let's do... This is lore, because they're using magic, so it's going to be +4. Then they're going to add their proficiency, which for them is +6. So it's +10. Yippee! Okay. So you guys have your comms at -1 now. Oh, it's on this layer. Alright. And that happens like almost all at once. But the next thing that happens is that they are going to bolster their own resources. As they do so, you guys note a magical aura surrounding Mount Mordensamen. It seems like they're crafting special weapons for all of their troops. Even your scouts have found that they are now wielding magical wands that blast fire, and scrolls that can create a snowstorm.
Motherfuckers.
And this dude is using their proficiency bonus as well on this one, but it's less than the other person's.
Time to bundle up.
But they succeeded! Okay, so theirs is now... Their resources are now +1.
The entire time we're like, we're gonna build up our defenses and make all this cool stuff to help us. Oh, we forgot that the enemy can do that too.
Yes.
Whoops.
And now, they're going to do... Actually, how do you determine who goes first? I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just have them do a third one first. They can't... Or they don't want to apply their proficiency on this one. So, they're going to start spying on the Vintners. Well, your underground organization. They're sending imps into Allore, into the sewers, which are not super protected, and they are far well known to the cult of Cania since they had been working with them for some time. They're going to try an espionage check this time to attack your comms. They don't add their proficiency, so they're... What is your defense level? It is... Okay, so it's 15. Not the defense level. What is your defense? So...
Communications is 15.
Yep, so now it's down... The level is now down to -2. Now you
So
guys can take a turn.
So they just had to meet it? Damn it.
They just had to meet it.
Stupid.
Right.
How are we determining who does what? Are we taking turns, or we're just going to discuss as a group?
So, you can discuss as a group. If you guys want to use your proficiency bonus, each one of you can apply your proficiency bonus once during the intrigue. They have 4 officers as well, so that's how they're working.
Okay.
God damn
Our
it.
retainers can't apply any of their proficiency bonus?
Yo.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, they front-loaded 2 of theirs, so they did kind of guarantee that your communications were going to be down a bit. So you're at -2 communications, they're at +1 resources.
I vote we do plans within plans, and maybe Mao basically does a counter rumor thing to get it going again. We can get our communication saved a little bit.
I like that.
So communicating, it's almost like working around it by just having word of
Mao
mouth.
basically teaches our people a little bit of thieves' cant. Meanwhile, she spreads the information that's false, so they don't know what we're actually planning.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, that is a intrigue bonus, or domain bonus action, so you can do that in addition to another thing this turn.
Okay, but you can only use your
Neat.
proficiency once, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
on
so you can
one
do
roll
something
during
else
the
as well.
intrigue.
So it would make sense for her to use that on the plans within plans to make sure that one probably goes through then.
Okay, so once per intrigue is a domain bonus action. You can make an espionage against the enemy domain's communications. On a success, you raise your communications by 1 and decrease theirs by 1. Okay, so you're going to try to... I mean, this is kind of what you did with the puzzle cube. You're going to try and, like, draw them in and give them false information so that they're working off of the wrong thing because you know that they're spying on you.
Yeah.
Plans within plans.
We'll use codes and thieves' cant to basically give them false orders, and they'll think we're doing one thing when we're doing another thing.
Awesome. Okay, so make an espionage check against their communications.
Want me to roll?
Yeah.
Sure, if you'd like to apply your proficiency bonus. Okay, well.
Well, you would like to...
Can I just... I would like to use... You know what? Let's start this off right. Let's use inspiration.
Would you
Fuck
like
that.
to? Would you like to save that for warfare, or?
No. I feel like it'd be important to kind of boost.
She's
up
trying to
now.
save face. She's embarrassed.
That too.
It's also kind of... It makes sense.
Oh my
Oh, God.
I'm going to fucking throw shit.
I'm gonna throw something.
Curse you, cinematic dice wanting bullshit.
But you're good at espionage. Maybe you got enough bonuses. What do we got here?
I'm gonna
Allie,
bust
maybe
something
you
up.
should. Allie, maybe you shouldn't throw things, considering how well your dice throws have been.
Okay. I will tell you that. Since your espionage is +3, a 5 will not beat their communications DC. You
Grand.
develop this great plan and walk up to a dude and tell them it and tell them to tell everybody else. The dude just nods at you, goes around a corner and says, "So listen, by the way, they're trying to do this switcheroo thing."
God fucking damn.
You told one of the informants what your plan was.
I can understand why this makes sense, but it still hurts.
This seems like something Chris would pull.
Thank you, dice gods. I appreciate it.
Alright. It is their
So
turn.
Wait, but that was a bonus
Oh, that was a bonus
right?
action. Yeah.
So we
so-
still
Yeah,
get to do... okay, do we want to muster a troop now? Because I also had an idea. Because they're a cult of betraying people, could somebody do a diplomacy check to try and convince enemy allies not to help? As in, we're like, we know that they got people and spies everywhere, but we know that they're known for backstabbing people. So we basically go around telling them what happened to everybody and be like, you can still get out while you still can.
Well, we just find a traitor. Can we do that?
Kinda, yeah. The diplomacy action is convince enemy allies not to help. So I'm saying we basically like anybody who isn't directly we figure out who's kind of pseudo related to the cult to be like, you know, if you help them, bad things will happen. This would happen to this guy. This happened to this guy. You can back out still before bad shit comes your way.
I mean, you could certainly try, but you don't really know exactly who their allies are.
Yeah.
You didn't gather that information during your other
So we need to gain
actions.
information first.
Yeah. The other thing is, if you want to, diplomacy can also be used to muster units from an allied, like, group. I think I recommended at one point asking the Arcane Seat for help, because they can give you soldiers, like the robot soldiers.
The mechanisms.
Atorus was using it in that battle. He petitioned the Arcane Seat for help. That's how he got that unit.
I think in our failing of doing cool stuff, we probably should at least have some meat shields.
I am good with that.
So which meat shields do you want of these cool ones that he has displayed?
I mean, the
Like
metal
the
ones sound
owls?
really cool.
The which
Yeah,
ones?
these are just straight up normal units that you can just muster. The other ones are like special units that don't count towards your what's it called? The unit dependency. So you can have any number of these units and they won't matter.
They're borrowed. They're not
Yeah.
like a part of our count.
Yeah,
I
these
have
ones are
the
units
cubes.
that you can muster and they will permanently be a part of your army.
You're talking about the three is the Ashen Lance undead as well?
Yeah, this whole tri-section over here, they're all undead, but I figured I'd put them out there because you have Paranor in your group.
What's wrong, Zamasu? You don't like undead?
It's kind of hard to justify.
They don't think, so they can't like do the betraying part.
Yeah.
They're the most willing soldiers.
Yeah. This
You're just
still
trying to
doesn't go
convince
well.
him because he's uncomfortable with it. Let's
Yeah.
actually choose a good unit.
I
Counter. Let's actually pick a good option instead.
Stop being a little shit. Okay.
These are other unit. They're a tier 3 unit, the Erzatz Infantry.
What about the mechanisms? What's that?
The mechanism, that's a Dwarven siege unit.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We're friends with the dwarf.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with getting that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
What are their special things?
So these ones are out here, so you should be able to shift double click on them, I'm hoping.
There we go.
Or use their, yeah, that's another way to do it.
Stalwart. Okay, the diminished disadvantage.
Okay, so if they're diminished, then they'll have enemies that are infantry or cavalry will have disadvantage on power tests against it. Actions: unit chooses a space of the battlefield. Each unit in that space and every adjacent space must exceed a DC 14 power test or suffer 2 casualties.
It's a splash
Okay.
unit that takes 2 turns to shoot.
Yeah, shock and awe with a recharge of 4 to 6.
What does the recharge of 4 to 6 mean?
It means that I roll a
reroll?
d6, and
Yeah.
on a 4 through 6, it recharges.
So it normally only shoots 1 target, but it can use that as long as it's recharged.
Chances are
Like,
it'll
what,
go
like
off every other
40%?
round.
And it takes 2 rounds to set up anyway.
Oof, this seems rough.
But it does do a lot of damage.
Oh, actually, no, it can shoot every turn. It just can't move on the same turn.
Yeah. Don't
That's
forget,
actually fine.
it's not. It's like a suffer 2.
Yeah.
So it's not even a like.
They don't.
Yeah, it's
they-
not an
they-
attack. It's just a power test right away.
Yeah, they just lose it if they lose their power
Mhm.
test, which is pretty. I like
It's really
that.
good. Yeah.
That splash attack could be pretty good. Might diminish things immediately, almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cool with this. Let's just talk to what's his face, our envoy with the dwarves, and be like, yo, can we get one of those siege weapons in?
Yeah,
Alright,
that does not
forget me.
require a check because you have the ambassador. So I will just drag this over here, shrink it down.
Thank you.
There it is. Have the mechanism.
We
Yeah,
got a nice collection of misfits here.
You have an
We got a nice
eclectic
collection
group.
of war crimes.
Mm-hmm.
War crimes waiting to happen. So now you guys can get a 5th tier unit for your next one.
I'm
And
gonna just put some of the stats of these guys on just to.
sure, I'm also gonna put the Erzatz infantry on because I don't think you have access to them right now. Think about that.
We've never made friends with dragons, have we?
Not
No,
technically.
No,
we
we're
just
dragon
have a lot of-
murderers.
Okay.
We only run into chromatic dragons, man.
Just saying, it would have been awesome. We could have asked a dragon to help us, but meh.
That would be cool. Anyway,
Sort of killed them all.
We have fire giants.
the Erzatz infantry are
Ooh.
pretty standard. They just deal a lot of damage, have a lot of defense and toughness. They resist damage with their damage resistant ability. They have advantage on saves against magic, and they just always succeed on morale tests and can't be diminished. So they don't take an
I
extra
really
one when
like
they go
that.
below half. Anyway,
Especially if they have like new wands and scrolls and shit for evocation magic and attacks. So that would be nice.
indeed, and that actually has mechanical implications. Anyway, it's their turn. They're going to have one of their officers. Okay, they're going to start attacking your caravans as Galestone is like trying to make sure that they're prepped for potential siege. You suddenly get reports that spined devils are flying down and attacking caravans, reaping food and resources. Let's try and do an operations check against your resources. Their operations is +4. Fantastic. Only roll good today, folks. For me.
No, I didn't. I said no, I didn't.
Oh, we only roll good today, folks. For me.
Ah.
Your resources is down by 1.
Fuck.
They're done. You guys can go.
What are the negative effects of them winning one of these wars? They get like.
That's also on the organization page. Your resources affects the first round of the warfare. Your resolve affects the first round of combat with the villain, and your communications affects where your units are deployed. So right now, after deployment, the enemy's going to be able to swap 2 of your allied units.
like that.
And shift one of your units to an adjacent space. If your communications gets to -3, then they get to move one of your infantry or artillery to any other space. Basically, they get to fuck with 4 of your units total.
Christopher, I
Yeah.
accidentally erased that first one, so if you remember what it was called, you should fix it.
Damn it. Plans
Plans
and
within plan.
plans. An anonymous hamster. Alright. It's your guys' turn. What would you like to do? Allie took the front this time. Zumasu or Boon Crash, do you guys want to try one?
I'm trying to think of what we want to do.
Already used your plans within plans. Could muster
Yeah.
the
There's
crew.
also-
You could muster a 5th
Yeah.
level unit.
I think
There's
that's
also false
order.
orders.
Yeah, I think
That
that's
one
actually
got switched out too on the spreadsheet.
Oh,
That's what I thought. Thank you.
I gave you guys the ability to edit this.
Do not
Do
ever.
not.
Do not enter the.
No, I was just painting and hitting the wrong button.
Granted, false.
And I'm on push to talk, so that's also fucking me up. I do it too.
Poor people.
Granted, false orders is a domain action. I feel like we could do better with it because we can just increase our resolve and resources with a check, right?
Yeah, you can, but it's only one at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see. As a domain action, make an espionage test against an enemy domain's communications. On a success at the end of the next deployment, you can move one of the enemy units, tier 1 artillery or infantry, to any space on your side of the field. Okay.
Kind of. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like I'd rather increase our stuff.
Okay.
Necessarily.
That is neat as like a weird alternative, because it also
Mhm.
says you can do this multiple times. You could just like
Yeah.
make it so you can move all of their infantry into your side and then surround them and destroy their weaker ones. Anyway, just something to think about.
That's cool.
I kind of like the idea of having resources be good too, because then we have a chance to just do a if first round attack people's pretty well. I'm gonna say we use our because we have a motley crew of people, and I was talking about in game of like trying to make sure our like city state has good food and infrastructure. So can we say like we're using the myrmidons and the rest of our units, and we're fortifying our trade routes so that our resources can be better? Like,
Okay, you're bolstering your resources by using
Yeah.
your additional units to try to get more stuff. The water myrmidons in particular can at least create fresh water for you guys, maybe help with the irrigation in the next
Mhm.
week.
yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna
what's that
be-
kind of role?
It's I believe it's DC, and you said it's your resources that you're going
Yeah.
out for? Okay, so
Yeah,
it's DC 13, modified by your current value, so it's DC 12, because you have -1 right now.
Okay. We can't roll well today.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
You guys have been blindsided by the cult.
Apparently.
Just better the world, guys. Don't worry about it.
Welcome back, Jay. Everything's going great.
Everything's fine.
Oh, Crash, we kind of fucked up. We fucked up real bad.
Oh no.
Where were you?
No, you're being, you're actually being invited back at the last moment, just so you could share the credit in the fall.
Yikes.
All right, am I devouring another one of your inspirations, or?
No, this I didn't even use my proficiency. There's no point to try it again.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
They're going to attempt a diplomacy check of their own. They don't have the
Great.
best diplomacy. They're not really applying anything to it, but it seems that there have been whispers of people trying to convince the Alorans not to trade with Galestone because of their Yuan-Ti leader and heritage, which is something Aetorus tried too. Let's see if they do it. They have only +2 to this. They are attacking diplomacy against your resources. Oh,
Okay, they failed.
they failed. Okay, it seems that people trust Galestone now, and even with this betrayal cult whispering in their ears. That's good, because then you would have had -2 resources. You guys
Hey,
can
your peak wine branding is on point.
nice.
By the way, is the Resplendent Order is from another group, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that they are probably from New Dawn. They're probably like an elite group of paladins or something.
Because they being good against fiends would actually be good as a troop to muster.
It's true.
Their traits, they have holy, so they have a better chance of hitting shit.
We can go hire that cleric that we definitely turn into an alcoholic because of all the trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah.
She was already an alcoholic. It's not
Oh,
our
okay.
fault.
I thought it was
Yeah,
our
she
fault.
technically was a little bit of an alcoholic. We just we made it a little worse.
Which is what we do.
Mm.
We make it worse.
PCs are a menace.
All right, so they failed to affect your resources. What would you guys like to do?
Kind of say we should get the Resplendent Order. What would that be?
That's. I mean, it's technically
the-
from another group, the
That's-
humans, and it's from New Dawn. So I'm gonna say that one will probably require a diplomacy check.
Hold on 1 second. I want to see what their traits are.
Sure. They are hostile to you, so you might want to do your proficiency on this, if anything.
Yeah.
Who the hell are they?
They're the ones that I put in. They're the last one I clicked on. So they're the elite super heavy human infantry.
Yeah, they're named
Oh.
weird, just because I wanted to name them after what their typing was.
Okay, got it.
But the thing I like about them is they have pretty good stats and they have holy, specifically versus the undead.
Well, undead is different than fiend.
Yeah.
Or- yeah, I
Undead,
mean-
I'm not that worried about.
I mean,
Most-
fiend is what they
Oh,
were saying.
It does
They
say
have
fiend
fiend.
and undead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The fiend is the important part. So they attack twice, is what that means? What's the two?
Attacks 2, yes, they attack twice, and
Yeah.
their power attack does 2 damage if they hit. Their defense is 19 and their toughness is 18. This is
So
the
they-
power of a tier 5 unit.
So this is basically the chunky paladins and clerics coming like, fuck you, devils.
Mhm.
I do like 2 attacks.
They are a
Wow.
tank unit.
There's also the Elven Drawmasters. I can see what those things. Okay, so they're slightly weaker, at least in toughness, but they still have 2 attacks. They can focus their aim.
Also, from a
That's
meta
okay.
perspective, the Resplendent Order would be amazing for me to actually use my officer abilities on, since I could actually probably bring them back properly.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
I gotta say, the Resplendent Order is probably the best one. It's just the fact that they're Newdonian, and that's probably the only one that I'm going to enforce on, just because they're like a group of paladins.
Yeah. It's what would the DC be?
Would be a DC 18 diplomacy, so
I'll
it's
use my
recommended that you
proficiency.
use your proficiency and potentially an inspiration if you fail.
I'd be willing to burn it,
Not me.
because I
Go
kind of
ahead.
suggested it,
Okay,
so you
so
can save your stuff.
But the thing is that I have bullshit persuasion. So
well, that
I
doesn't
you-
matter. It just
You just
is
add
your
your
proficiency,
proficiency.
because you're going to be making a diplomacy check, which is +3 for your main.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
you or me, but we both have proficiency in it. But I'll kind of flavor it as like, we did say we'd be visiting New Dawn because I wanted to get a first-hand idea of what was going on.
Yeah,
And
you
maybe
could
in-game
say
try
that
to
you visit
save
them
Maria.
formally from Galestone, explain the situation that you've separated from Allure and are willing to help, but you want a peace offering from them to help fight fiends, and then you show demonstrative proof that there are fiends that are heading towards not just Allure but New Dawn. It's a far-fetched and really risky thing, but you can certainly make this case.
Yeah,
Can't we
with
just
all
try
sorts
to
of big
deceive
promises
them?
and stuff.
Sorry?
Wouldn't we just be able to try and deceive them and say that, like, Allure was trying to, like, swing them from a different flank?
Nah. I mean, this is probably how I'd go about doing it anyway.
Okay.
It'd be straightforward enough to just basically be like, part of the disruption happening in your city is this. If we can get the cult underway, then we can possibly have some negotiating room with Allure, all that other jazz. So, let's do this. I get +9 then because
+9
of the
if you're
3.
using your proficiency, yeah.
I am using my proficiency because I want this unit. There we go.
Natural 20.
Hell yes.
There
Nicely
we go.
done.
During your talks, I will say the Grand Arbiter of the Light comes in and recognizes you. They are willing to give you a contingent of their greatest paladins, the Resplendent Order, those that are still bound to the light. They join you.
I'll say I'll do what I can to try and stop the advance of the Lorens eventually.
Right, I'm going to kind of group your high-powered units, but now you have a 5th level down there.
In game, because diplomacy stuff's kind of happening while everything's happening, is it possible for me to do maybe some skill challenges to save Maria, by the way?
Interesting. So this is, like, presumably happening over about a week.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, do we want to go through the domain actions and then see if I can save Maria?
Yeah, we'll definitely do this intrigue first, and then we can do your personal actions over the week, probably, afterward.
Okay, alright, now let's see what the bad guys are doing. We at least got the anti-fiend unit, which is pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
That is huge. Thank you.
Alright, so, it's their turn. Oh, this is a fun one. This is probably going to happen either way, but...
That makes me upset when he says that.
Yeah.
Oh, now you know how we feel whenever you're playing
Yeah.
Magic and you're like, oh, this is stupid. Looking at something you just drew. You son of a bitch. Okay. They're going to do a lore check against your resolve, and I'll figure out what happens. Okay, what is your resolve? Oh, that's right, your resolve is fairly low. It's 13.
Damn it.
As you guys return to Galestone with your newfound troops, you guys get reports of Mount Mordensamen lifting the veil of its scrying protection. And what you see is kind of terrifying. The tower that's looming on the sides of the mountain is now bathed in an orange light as a massive pillar of volcanic flame is bursting from the mountain itself. As it spews into the air, it creates this foul omen of a three-pointed, well, pitchfork. It's the symbol of the cult of Cania.
Why does it have to be so cool?
As it spreads out into the sky, you can just see a pillar of three flames far in the distance, out in the Kragan Heights. And it affects your troops' resolve, seeing that the cult is seemingly just touting its victory ahead of time. Your resolve
They're
goes
doing a
down.
fear tactic.
Yeah.
Great.
You guys now have -2 comms, -1 resolve, -1 resources.
Maybe we gotta bring those back up.
Well, it's your turn now.
Can we muster any more troops of high level or no?
Not quite yet, because you
Okay.
need to have more in the lower tier than you have in the higher tier.
Okay.
So, if you wanted, you could summon the Galestone Militia again. Those are levies, so you summon 2 at once. And they only persist for this battle.
What about the specialty thing we got?
That's the
the-
other
the-
option. That's a faster option. The Ersatz Infantry can probably be mustered just by doing diplomacy with Allure.
Oh, I was talking about the crew as well.
The crew? Yeah, that's its own action as well. I think that's a personal check. What is that?
It's a
Let's see.
DC 13.
Yep, DC 13 Ops. The one to get Allure, let's see. The Arcane College is also DC 13 because they're neutral with you.
Okay, and we both have +3 from them because that would be operations.
Yep, so it's pretty much both
50-50.
50-50 chance, yeah.
So I guess how many we have how many more turns? 3 more turns? 4 more turns?
I think you guys have 4 more turns. Oh, I deleted those because you probably aren't going to get any more of those
Okay.
at this point.
All right. So do we want to use turns to upgrade our stuff, or do we want to try and get another unit right now?
I want
I
to
would
say
not mind the Ersatz infantry, honestly. But I also am not loving the fact that our stats are taking so many hits.
yeah, that's what I'm really concerned about.
So should we try and get our stats up first before we try to get another unit?
Also,
That's
this
my
is the
vote.
crew.
Okay. Okay. So what is I can't use my proficiency. Anybody want what stats anybody want to fix?
Well,
Would this be another diplomacy thing?
Depends on which one it is.
as a man of the cloth, I want to say resolve, fix or resolve, you know, but that's just me being character.
Yeah, resolve is mostly affecting your battle. Right now it's only reducing your speed for a turn, like the first turn of combat with the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Communications is
Okay,
the one
so
that's
that can
going to
wait.
screw up your deployment, and resources is going to negatively affect the first round of battle.
Okay, so I feel like in person, our fight is gonna be rough, but we'll be fine. I think we need to help our resources and communications more to make sure that part goes well.
I say resources because if the battle goes poorly in the opening round, it could be lost immediately. So
Okay.
Mm.
So
that's just my personal opinion.
It already
You're-
looks like our first round is going to be really, really rough. So we want to definitely recuperate something after that, so we can try to like sway the battlefield.
Okay, so how do we want to say we increase our resources in a way that maybe one of you could use proficiency?
Yeah, as it stands, like in the lore, they're attacking your caravans. They tried to convince people not to trade with you. It's mostly it for how they attacked your resources.
Is there any way that we can just do some sort of good faith trade? Like give things to other people to show that we're there and present and not like bad? I don't know.
What is actually? Here's my question, Amon. What are you proficient in other than insight? I'm trying to find a way to justify maybe if you could use your
Intimidation.
proficiency. No, he's not proficient in intimidation. That's the whole joke.
Ooh, could
Yeah.
you use your that is funny. Could you use your resources to increase your resources? Maybe you could either trade with the dwarves to get armaments for all of your people, or maybe just create magical weapons of your own at Booncrash's behest or guidance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see what sort of skills maybe a mom would be able to
Um,
utilize, because he's got insight, I know, but I don't know what other skills he's got.
Oh, that's
I
fair.
mean, okay, I have a question. Is there any way any of the other religious organization might be willing to pitch in, like the minor temples can pull their? It's like if this is a battle, like try to convince them if they try to pull their resources or like relics or whatever together.
Oh, like you're getting
they might-
scrolls and holy water and shit?
Yeah,
Okay.
they
Yeah,
could even
because,
just bless your weapons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I'm thinking that is because the if they're on the winning side after this, with us, because I technically haven't done any kind of like religious service at all. So if they want to get some credit out of this, their church could actually afford to, get a major boon if
Does-
they're willing to do that.
Well, you
Does your
personally have rapport with the Church of Nerul. It's a small church in Allure, but it is there.
Exactly.
There's the
That's-
Church of
that's what my
Hyronius, which is
question is.
bigger, and there's the Council of Moons, which actively hates you guys.
Great.
Yeah,
Love
that's
it.
fair.
But
But
what about the minor church where we did the resurrection in Connacht?
That's true. You could seek out the Church of Alona.
Yeah,
Because-
I'm thinking all the minor churches, like all the small ones. Like we're trying because the big organizations they don't really care for us right now. I'm saying we gather the little guys.
Okay, I mean, you
Yeah.
could say you're doing that. I'd allow
you-
that. I'd allow you to apply your proficiency to that, Amon, since you have religion.
that'd be
Mhm.
amazing. Yeah. He brings together the minor churches for notoriety to give us supplies and bless our shit.
Now, I would say this is probably going to be a lore check, because you're trying to do so magically.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Right, who wants to roll for Amon since he's, having his internet troubles?
You.
No, you roll. You're the one that
You
rolls
roll.
We
Turn those
on-
fucking 20s on and roll.
All right,
for us.
I'll press the button that turns on 20s.
Yeah.
If it rolls a 1, I'm gonna be so sad.
So this is +9 because it's
It's what
+3
we
for all of your
deserve.
stuff, and then +6 for your proficiency because you're so high level, you dang cuties.
There we go.
Aww.
Is
You rolled a
that
4 +9, which is a 13, which does succeed.
Oh my god.
so? Amon's not charismatic, but all of the other people are thinking about how useful it would be to say they helped in the battle.
Okay,
Mm.
your resources go back to +0. You don't have as many resources, but those that you do have been blessed by the many churches of Allure.
Is anybody else
Yay.
slightly stressed? Because, like, I don't know why, but this is stressing me out.
This is
That's what
no,
Intrigue is meant
okay.
for, and it's a simple process,
ramping
but
up tension.
the lore
yeah.
does add a lot.
This is like a game of diplomacy versus the DM in a sense, really.
Yeah.
Kind of. And it's fun to find out the lore reasons why you're doing stuff. Alright.
Yeah.
One of their other, not retainers, their officers, is going to do a fun thing, and this is going to use their proficiency. They've been holding on to 2 of them. So, they're going to make a lore check, once again, against your resources. This is going to be plus 7 total. Okay, so they're once again attacking your resources. Or do we want to do that?
They not?
Can they
Yeah.
stop?
Alright. Instead, I will say that they're not going to attack their resources. They're going to attack your communications, because they know that those are low right now.
That's also bad.
Oh! Okay, well, normally that reduces it by 2. If I had attacked your resources, you would have been down to -2. That would have been good. For me. Sorry, not for you guys. But your communications can't go
Thanks.
lower than 3, so they go to -3. While you guys are resorting to simpler methods of sending messages and just encoding them and changing the code every week, trying to stay one step ahead of this cult of betrayal, you suddenly get snowed in as winter falls over Elore and the surrounding landscape. Nothing is really warm except for that terrifying pillar of flame that's off in the distance on Mount Doom, essentially. And your crops are starting to fail, your messengers are getting frostbite, and some dying on the road from this magical blizzard that's just setting in. And yeah, it doesn't help you resolve, it doesn't help your resources, but it attacked your communications in this way. Hey, you guys can have a turn, isn't that fun?
I hate it.
Who wants to save our communications?
Somebody
I thought we were going for the infantry, the Earthats infantry.
We got 3 more turns now, this including this one.
Yes.
I
Do we
think we're
want-
kind of screwed as far as, like, communications anyway, so we might as well just try to bulk up.
Okay, so go for the Urzets now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to have somebody add proficiency, or since it's a 50-50, or we're just gonna go for it? Because we could save the proficiency to increase our stats too.
Yeah, I want to choose or have a little bit more of a choice on where we are crippled.
Okay, so we'll just do a straight roll, but how do we want to, we basically reach out to the arcane seed and be like, yeah, we're going to make an assault soon. They seem to be moving. We need the infantry.
Yeah, and also one of the things that gathering the Earthsets infantry does is that if they make our communications can't get any worse.
They can't.
So
Yeah.
So basically my justification for this is that because they can't get any worse, we can improve it to just like a -2 possibly later on. But if we just keep on trading things, we're wasting actions trying to shore up a hole. So I like the idea of doing the infantry right now. So
Who wants to roll this?
Not me.
I haven't rolled yet, so let's
Okay,
just
you go. Boom Crash sends a message over and tries to convince them.
to one of my old teachers
Yeah,
being like, hey.
that definitely is in line with what you and your history with the arcane seed is. So it's going to be a diplomacy check. Again, it doesn't matter because all of your skills are +3 right now. And you're not adding your proficiency, right?
Nope. Because we can only do that to 1. So they've been sitting on 2. I want to sit on the 1 that we have left.
Right, coin flip, here we go.
Fuck me running.
They're mad that we
That's
broke
hard.
their shit, and they don't want to pay for the repairs.
They're already spread thin as it is. They've done as much as they can to help you, they say. Would you like to spend inspiration, or did you already do that, or?
I haven't spent inspiration yet. This is the first time I've rolled all session.
Right.
I really want them, but I'm worried about inspiration. But I don't have to worry about it if I spend it now.
But if I just pull the trigger.
If I just blow the load. Okay, so diplomacy. I kind of want to re-roll it. Does anybody have any strong opinions about not?
I don't have a strong
No.
opinion. I say go for it. That way we
Please.
open up the
Okay.
next 2 turns.
Bird in hand.
Christopher!
I didn't do anything.
I just want to
You
lament.
exist, Chris. That's good enough.
I think that
Okay,
Okay, I just
Roll20
wanted
has
to
a
make
curse.
sure I wasn't cursed.
Yep.
No, no. Roll20, I think, just has like this. There's some fucking deity that's watching, and it's like, yes, I would like to see the story play out.
We're high level characters, but it's gotta be rough.
This is gonna be a rough fight.
All right. Their next action is pretty simple. They're going to try to summon their special unit. So they're going to do, and they are adding their proficiency with this. This is going to be a lore check for them. That does it. They have summoned the Pale Riders. Rather, the ability is called Summon Pale Riders, but it summons a unit called the Ashen Chargers. Fiendish, hellish cavalry. So they have that now. An omen appears in the sky, along with the, flaming pillar, flaming pitchfork in the sky. There is another omen that you denote is the summoning of these hellish creatures. Alright, you guys can go.
Boomcrash, you want to try and say we gave money for them to build up some things real quick, and we can try the ersatz again? Would that be justifiable?
Give them like a donation or something.
Yeah, basically we bribe them to be like, okay, can we really just have something, please? Here you go.
Please.
We're desperate. We will pay you.
Yeah, that's okay. So we asked, can we purchase?
Nice. Yeah, I'll say that that's just another diplomacy. You're digging into the resources of your domain, not your personal sources.
Capitalism. Oh.
Capitalism. Do you want to use your thingy now or no?
Do we?
If you do, you're pretty much geared. I don't want to say it, but you pretty much are, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah, because you'll have +9. You would need to roll a 1, I think just a 1, in order to fail, right? No, wait, because it's DC 13. You need to roll a 4 or less.
Okay.
Sorry, less than 2. Less than 4.
Yeah.
3 or less.
So. Oh, fuck it. I want these units.
They're good
Proficiency.
units.
It's a good unit. It's very useful, especially versus the exact enemy. And if we're fucked, we're fucked for actual combat. So, is everybody okay with that?
Yep.
At least we tried.
We're not going to
Boomcrash-
complain.
Boomcrash
It
gets on
can't
a
get any
full
worse.
scrying line herself to negotiate the deal.
Yeah. Alright. I'm personally investing money in this. I am your friend. I know I sent an envoy before, but it truly is me, your treasured student.
Remember that tuition I haven't paid yet?
Listen, if we are victorious in this battle, do you know how many people are going to want to sign up for this college? The success rate is phenomenal, especially after they started interning here at Galestone.
Exactly. That sounds good. Okay.
They're the
That's a
good
little bit more
rolls.
like it.
Yes.
That is
Right.
good.
Guys, gain the Erzatz infantry. They're now yours. For now. Alright. It's their turn. They're doing another one of their special actions. This one doesn't require any roll for them. They are using an ability called Blood Sacrifice. They're going to sacrifice one of their units to augment a number of units' casualty dice to the next die type, equal to their domain size, which is 5. So 5 of their units are going to have a bigger die than normal.
I hate that.
Great.
They're done. What would you guys like to do for your final action?
Cry. Pray.
No, don't waste your action.
So what happens with communications being so off?
Crying is a free action. It's fine.
Okay, moves one of our infantry. Okay.
We could try and save our comms.
Yeah, I have a question about that, Chris. So does all 3 of those things happen at the moment? The negatives?
You mean?
The enemy shifts one of our units, it can do that. Then it does shifts 2 of our allied units, and then it moves one of our infantry or artillery units.
It's
to
cumulative. All of them happen.
Okay, we gotta try and keep our artillery from immediately being put on the front lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we don't have proficiency
We
to
don't
add.
have proficiency, so we just gotta... We tell our retainers to basically use their magic in the combined druid magic to turn off the stupid blizzard, so that at least we can figure out our landscape again.
Yes, the magical blizzard is keeping your communications from passing through this arcane snow.
Can't we control the weather using our domain?
That's basically
around your
what we're-
domain, but not outside of it.
Not outside of it.
We're
Okay.
basically telling like Herschel and the rest of them to like, okay, go to our tower, do this and this, look into this, see if you
Dispel.
can do this. Yeah,
Dispel.
just please do it, Herschel, please.
All right. Someone gonna go for it?
I don't want to.
Let me do it because I haven't used my inspiration. So
Oh, your inspiration.
let me
yeah.
do the fun.
That's good.
Okay,
yeah,
so
let me do
Chris
the
rolls, and if it's bad, you can re-roll maybe.
Okay. So we'll say that this is a lore check, and no proficiency, so it's just +3. Let's do it. Well, you got a natural 1, bud.
No, you got a natural 1. Re-roll that shit.
You got a
Okay.
20 total,
Yes!
kid. All right.
Finally.
I have eaten up all of your juicy little
Oh, yeah.
inspirations that I give you guys at the beginning of
We're
each
gonna
session.
die.
All right. Well, you guys did it. I believe you were increasing your communications.
Yes.
Yes.
Cleared up the skies and cleared up the roadways so we can actually deliver stuff properly.
It goes to -2. Fantastic.
Still awful,
Like we-
but at least our artillery won't be immediately put in the front lines.
Okay, so I did say that I was going to let you guys do your action stuff. You guys were running around and really busy doing a lot of your, applying your proficiency to these checks. But you can still technically do stuff during this week. So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and save Maria while I'm visiting New Dawn to get the people. So I actually maybe want Mao's help in basically sneaking onto a military base and escaping with her.
All right.
Wait,
Okay.
seriously?
Yeah, it sounds like dangerous stuff. I'm down.
Okay,
We
so
haven't done a Zumasu Mao partner arc yet.
I would
I
like
think
to
we've
grub
done it
Zumasu.
before, but
It was kind of disastrous.
Yes.
I have a plan. The plan is literally I cast invisibility on Mao, hop in the pocket, keep concentration while she goes do shit, and then she takes Maria, put her in the pocket, leaves, and then we're free to go. I keep the Pegasus on the outskirts.
Okay. Mao's pretty good at this, so they might be able to succeed. You guys have a teleportation capability out to New Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
and the last place that Maria was seen, or heard from rather, was in the Dunbrazic ruins.
Alright.
Right over there.
I have a few more little things I could probably add to make this go smoother. Boom Crash, what level spell is sending?
3.
3? Okay. I can get one. I can ask Boom Crash for one sending spell saved onto the Ring of Spell Storing, so that's that to help at least. I do have Locate Creature to help out finding out kind of the area it would be. We do have the Scrying Orb that Mal,
have
you're
it.
are you attuned to all their magic items? I'm guessing you are.
Am.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to forego at least one item.
But heads up, we also know that scrying on areas before was very difficult, so she's probably in an area that we cannot scry upon. So it might
Okay.
not even be useful.
Might not even be useful, so that's fair. So locate creature might be does
Might
locate
also not
creature-
work.
Might not also work. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's not really any way to find her except going based on pure instinct.
Trying
So-
to think of Actually, I got a stupid way to make it work, but it would probably take at least one day of just doing it. If scrying doesn't work, then we work on we do like a... Okay, this is gonna sound dumb. I fly over it while invisible and basically look down and scry upon until I can find an area I can't scry.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
Process
The
of
missile
elimination,
knows where it is. By
which is
knowing
why it
where
would take
is.
like a day of me just being invisible, spamming spells and
So
sitting
you're
on
just
top.
doing recon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing recon, but I'm trying to make it special.
Well, let's have you then do a say Arcana check.
Fuck.
Say I was gonna make it easy.
That's fair. And I don't have no inspiration for this. Alright, this is basically
believe
just
in
a
you.
+1.
Okay. The awkwardness of doing the scrying while on the back of your mount or whatever magic carpet you're using is especially difficult since you need to kind of hide yourself from detection, and juggling these two tasks makes it impossible to find where in the encampment they are. You'd have to go in yourself to try to find it.
Okay. Alright, I have to leave it to Mal. Alright,
Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
pretty much.
You
Would
land.
you like me to roll?
You scale the walls of this place. They've rebuilt the ruined walls of Dunbrazik, the old dwarven fortress, and you sneak your way inside to try to locate a potential tent that they had talked about, that Maria before was unable to access or scry inside of.
Like military command tent or something?
Yeah, so that's what you're kind of looking for.
Okay.
Though the fortress is built in such a way that it blocks out the sun, so it's hard to get inside. So I'm going to have you make a check to infiltrate a place. Say that that's going to require thieves' tools. Dexterity.
Okay.
Alright. Mal's helping me, right? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about mouse checks.
Mouse is
that's
like, I'm gonna try and do it, and I slap his hand. No.
You manage to break the few locks quite easily without arising any suspicion. You even lock the doors behind you, like, the heck, and you don't want anybody to know that you're here. So, you infiltrate the place and start looking around. Now I'm going to have you make an extra check that I wouldn't have had you do before. Make an investigation check.
Can I help with this?
Yeah, is he with me?
Yeah, he's with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd have
You
to
do
pop
it.
him out of the hole.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to pop out of the hole.
Yeah, I'll
I-
take him out.
I'll pop out of the hole, I'll turn myself invisible. Alright, and then I'll help Mal with the investigation. If she's helping me with the investigation, could I have the advantage with it?
Does she have proficiency in investigation?
She
I
does
do not.
Then I'm going to say no.
Okay.
You're doing the D&D 1 thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't D&D, this is fan content. Okay. The investigation has yielded less than you hoped for. Found some highly secured areas, but everywhere here is highly secure. In fact, you stumble across a room that is filled with these ersatz robots. The things that they've said that they've been gathering, but there's a full production line here. As you're standing there, you see a few more, like, teleported in via a teleportation circle that is set onto a carpet.
So I discovered a teleportation circle.
You did.
I kind of want to sabotage it.
It's on a carpet. You could steal it.
Good.
Oh,
Oh
take
my-
the carpet, and then they can teleport to us.
Yeah. This is how you got your ersatz infantry.
Yeah, we just took him.
I love that.
That's going to
But-
be really sus if they find out that Galestone is the target of their teleportation circle.
Yeah,
We
I
just
kind
keep
of.
it in a place where they can't spy upon it.
well,
It's fine.
no, they can't really look at the location. Like, do they instinctively know where the location's at? Because if you just take the thing, and you're like,
If
it's
you
going
take
to the place.
if you take the thing, they will know it's missing quite quickly when their shipment doesn't get there, or just when somebody walks in the room. And furthermore, it's not like they can't just send somebody through to see where it is currently. It might be more
Hey.
beneficial, you guys understand this, to destroy it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna basically. I'm gonna try and destroy it. Not necessarily completely, but to the point where it would delay their attack and stuff.
You're gonna
So
fray the
I'll-
carpet a bit.
I'll basically like cut the carpet into like fifths, so they'll have to like reattach it and redraw things type thing. But I won't like completely decimate it.
So, are you doing so in such a way that looks like sabotage, or in such a way that looks like it could be an accident? I'll say one will require a stealth check, and one would require a sleight of hand check.
If you do sabotage, then it's gonna make it look like New Dawn is attacking them.
which is bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to make it look like it was an accident, like an Urzat's infantry exploded when it arrived or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um,
The wheels caught on the fibers of the carpet.
so I'll ask Mao to do this.
Which role would you like?
Sleight of hand.
I don't know. It probably was a high DC. What does DM say?
Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay, cool.
I will say that you managed to... You don't know fully how these robots work, but you managed to tweak one such that it starts freaking out. And then you escape. It also creates enough of a distraction that you might be able to yield this at your advantage and go searching for Maria again.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, that's good.
Back in the hole.
All right. Well, am I going to be searching again while invisible?
Oh,
So,
that's true.
before I did investigation, at this point, it might be more beneficial to try to interrogate somebody, or I might allow a perception check. I'm gonna try and make it so that there's different checks. I'm kind of doing this as a skill challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we do? Because I don't want to let people know we're here. Well,
I'd
we
prefer
have
to do
disguise
perception.
self stuff.
Yeah, but we can just sneak and not need to worry about disguise self.
Okay, for now, yeah. We'll try the perception check. If it's not yielding any results, I'll pretend to impersonate an officer scenario and ask for things.
Okay. Your perception notes that although most of the guards are moving towards the haywire robot, some of them aren't moving from their place. You think that you've found the room that they're being kept in. It's moved from a room now that they've repaired the place to... Sorry, it's gone from a tent to a room now that they've repaired most of the ruins.
Gotcha.
You think that you've found the place where it is, but there's guards in front. Need at least another 2 successes to succeed at this.
You
can only suffer one more failure.
Okay. This is where spells might kind of be helpful.
Would murder help?
Oh, you could knock people out.
That's not killing.
Well, we don't want to necessarily murder them. They're still technically Lawrence.
You're in a pocket.
No, I'm invisible next to you right now.
Oh, okay.
Because I was gonna suggest maybe you could knock one out if there's only 2 guards, right?
And you knock the other.
Well, I was gonna just yeah, I guess I could. You were gonna guarantee the knockout. I was gonna basically do a suggestion and tell them to go do something else.
Cool. I run in and I go knock one out.
And I'm gonna cast suggestion on the other one. Hold on a second, because I need to do a good suggestion.
A tiefling is attacking us. Go get help.
We think they're... Yeah, I'll tell him to go get help from the front of the base, so he has to go all the way to the front. Notify the front guard.
Okay. I'll
So
count
it'll give
that
us at least a few
suggestion
minutes.
as a success. And, you... Okay, so Mal, I'm gonna have you just make an attack. Alright. Yeah, you knock them out. Okay,
Alright.
that was kind of
Let's
a dual thing, so one more success. You find Maria inside. You have caused a bit of an uproar, so now it's time to get out. How are you guys planning your escape? You
Pocket
going
and run?
invisible?
Going invisible, but we're turning Mao invisible and jumping in the pocket with Maria.
Okay, well, we haven't made a stealth check yet this entire run, so why don't Mal, the person who's doing the check, yep, that gets you out of there. You saved Maria. Maria is going back through the portal, New Dawn, back to Aloy. You guys got
Prisoner
it.
of war. As a prisoner of war.
Yeah, we gotta explain
legal
this later.
reasons.
Oh,
Yeah, this has issues, but at least she isn't being interrogated.
I zoomed out too quickly, and as we know on Firefox, for some reason that closes out Roll20.
God damn it.
Really?
I think it hits the back button if you scroll down too quickly while holding Alt or something.
Ah, okay. Yeah. If you're holding Alt, that explains it.
Yeah, because that's how you zoom out with Roll20. Anywho, it doesn't work on my other one, which is using Edge. I've started using a different browser for the audience one, and that's actually working really well.
Nice.
Internet's weird.
It is. Alright. So, that's that. And I think that's all that you wanted to do this session or this week. I will say that the Wand of Counterspells has been completed during this week because it only took 2 more days. So Boomcrash, you can add that to your inventory. What did I say? It had like 3 charges on it?
I don't remember.
Okay. I'm saying that it's a wand that has 3 charges that recharge daily at dawn, and each one lets you cast Counterspell at 3rd level.
Can you still do Arcana checks if the spell is higher or no?
You would have to.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just was making sure that it doesn't just autofill on a big spell.
Okay, so who's the one with the reactions? I think I'm the one with the least useful reactions, so I was getting the wand, right? Wait, does it require attunement?
Done. I think that something that useful probably should. So I'm gonna say yes. I think Wand of Fireballs also requires attunement, so I think this is fine.
Okay, in that case, give it to me because I'm only attuned to 2 things.
Oh, well,
That
then that
actually
even
makes
kind
a lot
of
of sense.
clinches it, yeah.
That way Boom Crash won't have to lose any of her slots.
Well, I mean, Boom Crash already has counterspell, so okay, Wand of Counterspell.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
well,
only
now
problem
3
is
out of
that
4
Boom
of
Crash
us.
made it, so it's insufferably pretty looking for a moment.
I'm fine
It
with
might be
with
pink
it.
and sparkly.
Covered
Okay,
in
so
rhinestones.
3 charges, you said?
Yes.
A day.
Per day. Okay, 3 charges per day. Recharges at dawn. At 3rd level.
Yep.
Yes.
Always casts them at 3rd level.
Okay,
So now
sounds
3
groovy.
of us have counterspell.
You did it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's
I love how obnoxious this is. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the pointing Wojak face where the multiple guys are like,
Yeah.
look at that.
Ooh.
Like whenever someone casts a spell, we're just doing that. It's like, ooh, a spell, a spell.
Oh, the bad guy's trying to cast the spell.
You do know this means Chris is just going to have more than one spellcaster at a time with legendary actions.
I mean, that's already kind of a thing.
They have 4
Yeah,
officers.
it's already happening.
It's already a thing.
It's when it comes to D&D 5e or whatever we're happening to play right now, because of course we're doing fan content. You
Yes.
if one of the player characters learns Counterspell, that means the DM gets a wicked grin on their face, and then all of the NPCs learn Counterspell as well.
Right.
Because if you're willing to mount that against the DM, then they're willing to mount it against you.
This is where sometimes the lore of the world changes at the PC's level because, wait,
Yeah.
they have access to those resources? Yes,
kinda
they always
like-
did.
I probably wouldn't use Counterspell against you guys unless you guys decided to take Counterspell. That's just how I roll.
Makes sense, though.
What a kind DM.
No, Chris, we're not taking a fireball to the face. I don't care how you try to sugarcoat this.
I can take a fireball to the face.
Yeah, Mal
when
can
I'm
shoot
wearing
fireball to the
armor.
face.
I'm fire resistant. Of course I can take a fireball to the face.
Alright, speaking of fireballs to the face, I think it's time for warfare. So, I'm going to... Normally it takes like an operations test, but I was going to... Actually, yeah, no, let's do it to the operations test, it's fine. So you guys are going to make an operations test, which is +3 for you guys. For them, it is +4. So this
Great.
will dictate where the battle takes place.
Want me to roll?
Yeah, you've rolled badly except for that one time, so I think you're due for a good roll.
Okay, that's
not bad.
+2, so
Not bad.
16. I'm
Okay.
adding the modifier on mine.
Ah.
No, you guys won.
You beat it. You beat it by 1.
Oh wait, to be lower? I thought it'd be higher.
No, because you see, I tacked the +4 on the end.
No.
They got the +4, we have +2, but we got a 16, they got a 15.
Yes.
Okay.
I see.
That's good, because this is what I wanted to happen. in my own personal headcanon.
By 1.
He likes the map of the other place better.
I don't want to do another one on Galestone. I want to do one on their map. Okay. Besides, their map is actually bigger, because you guys have enough units that it makes sense for the map to get a bit bigger. Alright, so, you guys, with your operations, it's kind of a battle trying to navigate where things are headed, but you are able to mount your troops and muster them in such a way that you are able to take the fight to them. And furthermore, your scouts that are looking ahead have found something, and it was confirmed by your dwarven ambassador. They looked into the annals of Morden Samen's history, and now that the veil has lifted on Mount Mordensamen, you guys discover that the tower is not located at the normal entrance to the great kingdom that used to be there by Prince Kelvin before they betrayed their dwarven brethren. And in fact, if your scouts are correct, there is a secret entrance around the back, one that was covered to time. You might be able to break in the back way inside of their base without them knowing, using your military conflict as a cover. Does this sound
like
like
this.
something you want to do?
It's a perfect betrayal of our own people. Yes.
This is what our crew is doing, right?
This is what you've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This would basically be the PCs doing it this way. Well, okay.
While military is happening out front, you guys take the ring to you guys go around the back of the mountain and try to infiltrate it to nip off the Hydra at its base. Even though that won't destroy the cult, it'll at least disorganize them for a hope. And furthermore, they had expressed concern about the puzzle cube reaching them, so you guys could sneak away in and basically negate the chances that one rando in this giant conflict is going to just nab it from you, even if they just nab your portable hole.
Do we know what the cube does?
You
Not really.
have opened the cube, and inside was a devil contract from Mao's mother.
Remember the goat and the tongue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a severed tongue that when you put inside of when you cut off a goat's tongue and stuck it onto them, it then spoke the words of a devil contract, basically saying that Mao would become a vessel of some sort.
And the only way we know of destroying the
Right.
contract is either giving it back to the original person who made it, or something else. Killing them? One or the other. I forgot.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
we'll kill first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Can I
punch
refill my
people.
spell ring before we go?
Absolutely, you have plenty of time.
Okay.
Make any necessary preparations, but that's probably not going to
Yeah.
happen tonight.
Yeah,
tonight's
I was gonna
warfare.
basically ask that. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to try and get all your units. You got some new ones, so it's going to take me a few seconds to set up. You got the ersatz infantry, you got the mechanism, you got the resplendent, you didn't get the these bits. To the mountain map. Shrink them up to size. Oh, it's cute. They kiss each other at anyway.
Now kiss.
It's because they're at a different height. Hold on. Down a bit. Give them their dice. Should be. Okay. Go to the map. And it's at this point that we'll figure out who owns what. So this is a kind of a unique map. You can see their army up there. I've kind of just organized it for now by their unit type. I'll take these two cavalry units off to the side. Actually, I can take this pit fiend off to the side as well.
Oh my god, this is a massive battle. This is like Helm's Deep shit.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
like this.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, big.
cavalry and aerial units go off to the side. They do have a massive number of units. I've marked them in such a way that I can remember the abilities that they have. These tokens are here just because they will come up based on what the enemy has, and based on what you have, because that's an acid token. And those, just do stuff. Units are all at the bottom, and they have a fortification. They have a wall that's separating. So the way that this thing kind of looks, there's a massive mountain, and the path that leads up to the mountain is wide enough for your armies to go up, but it means that they can't go around. So there's a red line over everything. Cavalry units can't attack anything until at least one of these fortifications is destroyed.
Oh my
Does
god.
that make sense?
Yes.
That includes
but,
their
oh my
cavalry.
god.
Yeah. So once that happens, then their cavalry will be able to activate. Furthermore, there's like a little space here that kind of prevents archery units from reaching around into the fortification until they have like line of sight to them. So it's going to be difficult to attack any units that are in. But yeah,
Well, it's a
there's...
good thing we didn't invest in the dwarf cavalry. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that was a bit foolish for me to try to suggest that. Okay. So these count as towers. The rest count as walls. And I put notes here. If you're inside of one of these things, it gives you +2 defense and +1 morale. And, dear, what does it do if in a tower?
So even flying cavalry can't threaten anything?
No, flying units can target anything, because they can fly over the
Okay.
walls.
But regular cavalry
Just
can't go through
regular
the wall.
walking cavalry.
Okay. Which we have 1.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay,
Actually-
artillery have +2 to attack tests if you're in a tower. You can also occupy the enemy's towers, potentially, if that suits you.
Okay.
You know, if you're able to break your way in. It won't give a morale bonus, I don't think, but it'll give the other bonuses. All these rules are, like, based on vague things that I'm remembering.
Yeah. But only siege units can break buildings?
No, any unit can attack a building. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think that's right. I think only siege units can attack building.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
There's a lot of, like, little tiny
Yeah.
rules like that in this.
Yeah, so we need to make sure that our mechanisms and our Grove Guardians got to get there. Goddamn.
Right,
Yeah.
so right now we need to choose who owns what, and as we said, since Amon is not on Roll20 right now because of the internet issue, all of you three are going to control these units. We'll just use the colors associated with your dudes. So, who wants what? You guys can look at your abilities. Remember your, what's it called? Your martial advantages, which are on the Warfare and Units tab.
Right.
Like, Boomcrash has the Wand of Acid Pool, Arrows of Dancing Lights, the Wall of Fire, a Scroll of Translocation now, because you guys have leveled up since then. Base.
I'm looking through the things. Even though we got the really good Amon actually might be worth having some of the infantry because he has a trait from level 3 that makes it so he has advantage on fiend attacks. I did not realize this. He has exorcism.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Mm,
Yeah.
It's actually
We
really
could-
good.
We could say that he's commanding units, but just
Yeah.
have one of you technically move them.
yeah. Just give me the frontline grunts. Well, I'll take whatever's left over. That way it's like because the exorcism thing is like, they're probably gonna put demons in the front, and that's probably good for the grunts to have.
Because, what does he have? Yeah, because it makes sense for basically all of Amon's units should be frontliney stuff. I kind of should, but I just have advantage. I could take the cavalry. But yeah, oddly, Amon's one of the better frontline choices.
I
But
can
so
take
is Mal.
the artillery. Yeah, my infantry is really good for, or my abilities
runs.
are good for infantry, but I can also do artillery.
Yeah.
Wasn't Boomcrash like the best for artillery?
For some of them, it was like a weird mix because like Darkbow was good for.
So it does multiple attacks, but it was also
That's because of, yeah.
Boomcrash has to give one of their wands to somebody and a scroll to somebody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I think last time I think to start with the class of 13 goes to Boomcrash, the Darkbow goes to Mal because she can do poison arrows on him. Was
Mhm.
the thing. It makes sense for me to have the cavalry because I have a cavalry trait apparently, which adds a +1 to stuff.
You also have a super heavy trait, I think.
I feel like a lot of Boomcrash's like abilities are really good for like protecting like glass cannons as well. Like that anti-magic field is really nice to have on.
But I
a
thought it
little-
was
have
level
that yet.
3. Yeah, she's
Oh,
just
no.
level 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's next. If we survive this and our
Hmm.
organization levels up, that'll be something I get. Right now, I have the Scroll of Translocation.
See if I can.
Choose a unit in any rank and moves it into an empty space on the battlefield. Unit is an opposed unit. It can succeed. Oh, right, because you can move enemies as well.
So maybe we should start figuring out the ones we already know. So blue is Boomcrash. So we'll put. I'm moving things around badly. I have to refresh the page because it's not letting me move properly.
I put the spreadsheet on the overlay just for now. so people can see.
Yeah, let me refresh my page. I can't pick anything properly. Because it makes sense for Boom Crash to have 13, it makes sense for Mao to have Dark Bow, and it makes sense for me to have the cavalry units. Because I have that cavalry trait.
Are War Mages artillery, or let's see?
They are artillery.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
War
do we
Mages
just
could
have
be Boom
2
Crash?
artillery units, or do we have any more?
So do you want me to separate them? Because I thought it was useful to have them separated by their tier, but maybe I should separate them out by their type.
Yeah, that might
Yeah.
be useful.
I'll put the artillery over here. Shrink this.
And also, we'll have to delete the dice and replace them with our own dice so we could manipulate
Great.
them.
Well,
Yes.
all of them have 6, so we know that. Except for
Except
the Grove
for
Guardians, who have
Grove
8.
Guardians.
Okay, so yeah, we'll put those out when time comes. Let's see, this is technically artillery. Guardians are melee. These guys are aerial, and we'll put them in with the cavalry. These guys are siege, these guys are cavalry, these guys are infantry. So this is what your infantry, cavalry, artillery spread kind of looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think I should take some infantry and some cavalry. Sorry, not cavalry. Artillery. Because that would be able to break up more.
Mao, you have I say we do kind of like a staggered formation, and that you go to the front row because you have the one with the advantage, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one where it's kind of generically useful against everything. Have me be the second line with all the exorcism bonus. That way I can fill in the gaps that your infantry is going to suffer.
What's
Well,
the
the thing is,
scout
this is
trait,
movement.
actually? Because that's important. Because Mao
Yeah.
got a scout trait, I don't know what that means.
So choose a number of light infantry units this commander controls equal to half the commander's domain size rounded up. Each of those units has the scout's trait. So what's the scout's trait?
Oh, the scout's trait is it down here? Oh, of course it's not. Great. Hold on.
Thanks. All right, well, I'll read up on the other ones too. So, as far as like abilities, the mobility training, so each light infantry unit this commander controls automatically succeeds on a command test for the follow-up maneuver and can immediately make an attack against an adjacent opposed unit when it completes the maneuver.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
the one where you were
good.
doing like whenever somebody retreated from you,
Yes.
you moved into their space and like attacked them, and then
Yes.
kind of like hopped out again.
Skirmishers, if any infantry or artillery unit this commander controls moves before it attacks, it has +2 to attack tests for that activation and can immediately move one space after it attacks. Many things, Ed boy.
So, okay. Oddly, Amon should have the worst frontline units because his
Ooh.
trait allows him to automatically hit.
Allie,
As
the
long as it's a
scout's
team.
trait. This
Mhm.
unit can deploy in the rear rank of the enemy army.
Okay, yeah, so I say oddly, Amon should take the weaker frontliners, while Ali takes the stronger ones, because his thing lets things automatically hit, and the weaker ones would have a harder time hitting. Because as long as they're fiend, he gets an auto hit for attack
Mhm.
tests. But his trait does. Because exorcism, any unit this commander controls automatically succeeds on an attack test and inflicts 1 additional casualty against any undead or fiend unit. That's pretty darn good.
They're all they're fairly similar. I don't know if any of them do double attacks besides the Grove Guardians. I think, Amon should definitely have the Grove Guardians because if those can auto hit, that's still great.
Yeah. Auto hit specifically against fiend units.
Yes.
Against the building is going to be an issue, but we'll see.
Poisonous on the Murshok Marauder.
I kind of think thematically I want the Resplendent Order, but it kind of makes sense for one of you guys to have it.
I also was looking back. I think what was the one that you had, Zumasu, that was like for heavy and super heavies?
Heavy training is Amon's thing.
Oh, that's Amon's thing.
Yeah.
That's right. Each medium heavy, it includes medium, has 1 additional casualty on a successful power test. Okay. I tried marking those super heavies and heavies. So these dudes down here are heavy and super heavy. Let's see if we have any mediums. Give to Amon.
It actually might just make sense for me to only have the cavalry and for Ali and Maman to split the rest of them. Because, yeah. In this situation, auto hitting with against fiends is pretty good. And the heavy trade is really good.
Okay, give me the Marshal Marauders and the Grove Guardians, because they kind of sucked last time, so auto hitting might be useful.
I say also
Um,
I think also you maybe should have the Resplendent Order.
Yes.
So they can just hit hard and auto hit kill things.
Yes. So those are the three things for me.
Yeah.
Allie should take the light ones if she wants to do the scout.
I don't mind
If
doing
she-
scout. I just don't want to take them all because there's a
Well,
very
the
high
problem with
chance that
scout
they
is
can
that
die.
if you're going in the back line, you're going to be isolated. We can't help you.
Exactly.
Definitely take the Ursat's infantry for Ali then. Because they're harder to hit.
Okay.
Like
Tony Stark deploying to some robots in the back.
Yeah,
line.
the
Be
Iron
fine.
Legion. Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
that-
I'll mark that with red.
It actually kind of makes sense for Boom Crash then to have, except for the Darkbow Company, for Boom Crash to have the rest of the artillery then, right? To
Yeah.
have the War Mages,
Yeah,
the
she's always
Mechanism,
been
and the Dwarf
useful
Cannoneer.
with that.
Yeah. So okay, I think I figured out how this goes. So I have all the cavalry.
I'll stop halfway.
If we
No, you
all
could
have
help.
4,
I'm just trying to be helpful too.
I have 3, but that's fine because your traits are amazing. Boom Crash has these 4.
Oh, but those are
Artillery.
art-
Except for the dark bow. You don't have the dark bow. You have the
I
class
don't
of
have the
13.
dark bow. It's but these are sieges, not
Oh, the siege
mechanism is the
artillery.
siege one.
Also,
Yeah.
The dwarf
I need to check
cannoneer and the war mages are artillery.
Oh.
So then you can just take the the Darkbow Company then. Have those.
Also, I believe, even though is the mechanism artillery? I guess it is.
it's
Just
I
weird
thought it
because
was siege.
It is siege, but siege is a type of artillery.
Oh.
least-
Okay,
Yeah, it's so
yeah.
weird that
Dwarf
that's a
artillery.
different thing.
Artillery is still siege is a different trait, but artillery is just ranged. Yeah. So then Boom Crash has the mages, the 2 siege artilleries. Mao has the Darkbow Company,
Okay.
the Urzat's infantry, the Ghoul infantry. You probably should take the
Yeah.
Murshak Marauders or the Tavern Crawlers.
Tavern crawlers are like babies.
Yeah, they babies.
Oh, because you should at least take about 3 infantry, and then probably the rest actually should probably go to Amon because of the special traits he has right
Now
now.
look at Dawn Defector.
Remember, you can only have a
Yeah.
number up to your proficiency bonus. So you can only control up to 6 units.
Unit has advantage on morale and command tests.
Yeah, if Ma has a dark bow and 3 infantry, that would be 4 units for her, so she should
Yeah.
be fine. And
Should be 4
Mon
for each of us.
and Amon would have 5 units, which should be fine.
So, which ones were you looking at for?
He was getting basically the Resplendent Order, the Water Myrmidons, the Grove Guardians, and then the Murshak Marauders and the Tavern Crawlers. Or wait, no. Yeah, I think that's right. Because actually, did you want the? Because Mao, you didn't want the Tavern Crawlers. You wanted the Ghoul Infantry, right?
I was gonna grab the Dawn Defectors, but I can have the Ghoul Infantry as well. I
Yeah.
thought you wanted to keep more with him, but I miscounted, so yeah.
Because you can turn 2 of them into scouts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Um,
could turn the Urzats and the Dawn Defenders into scouts, and the Ghoul can just ghoul about.
I do not have control over the Urzat's infantry, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's because I didn't give it to players. Hold on.
new.
Yeah, because
It's a special unit, so they're kind of like hidden from everybody.
in this particular situation, you guys having your traits are really good. Mine are okay. I will give the wand to Menudamu's party, I guess. Or who's the chunkiest one, actually?
Menadamu's parlay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I give him the scroll. That party the scroll, which is gonna be useful later. They're just regular cavalry, right?
Yeah.
They are. They, I believe, have they're heavy.
Okay. But I mean, they aren't flying cavalry.
Yeah, they aren't flying. The Talon
Yeah,
Strikers
it's only
are
the
also
Griffins.
medium, so that applies to your other. Or no, sorry, that's a Mon's feature that cares about that.
Yeah.
So
I just
will
happen
not
to have
bother.
one cavalry thing, yeah. That's the only reason why I'm taking them.
Right, so it looks like everybody has command of stuff. Sorry this took so long, because you guys had to kind of refamiliarize yourselves with all your stuff. So let's move y'all to the side. Make sure you get your little.
How
Dice.
do I grab the dice icon, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
grab the icon and drag it out. And who wants to control Amon's units? Feels the most like they want to do stuff today. Because I'm going to be
I wanna
controlling
do it.
all of the enemy units. I do not want to do it.
I can do it.
Okay.
I wanted to do it.
Oh,
I mean, we can split it. That'd be great. Because then I can still do it in
Actually-
the background.
Yeah, you guys can split.
just
Um,
Amon, you will be the one that's responsible for remembering stuff about
Yeah.
your thingies. You guys can try to remember, but Amon will be ultimately responsible.
That's her.
Okay.
He's the reference sheet.
Okay, so wants what of Amon's then? Because I'm only saying because the dice need to be pulled out.
I'll take the Resplendent, the Grove Guardians, and the Murshok Marauders.
Okay.
You're gonna take the weirdos.
I'll
Yeah.
put a second dot because we can do that. Second little dot to say who is the sub-owner of these things. Alright. Everything should be in order. And fantastic. Let's change the music because this song has been playing for a while, if it can be called a song. Let's change it to something epic. Sure.
Battle of Helm's Deep.
Alright. Here we go. Battle
No.
time. Alright. Let's recall how deployment works and stuff. So, deployment. An opposed ops test determines where the battle takes place. The winner determines if homestay or elsewhere. DM places fortifications. Each officer rolls initiative. Then we deploy in reverse initiative order. Okay. So I should like divide up the enemy units, but I think I'm just gonna have them all be one bad guy. Or should
I mean,
Whatever your heart desires.
I say maybe
I
divide them
would
into,
like to divide
chunks.
them up. I really would like to. So I'm gonna grab some.
Because you said you have your own officers on that side.
I do.
So maybe divide them into however many officers you got so that they aren't all chunking at once.
That's true. Some of them are known to you, so I'll get those guys. Let's get. Let's get back out here.
Fuck
I'll
you,
have-
Cormac.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Cormac!
he didn't die? I thought we... Yeah.
No, he escaped.
Got away. Special place for you,
Okay.
Cormac.
Let's get Tyrannica out here.
Is that the Blood Mage?
Oh yeah, that was the name that popped up like a long time ago.
Yeah, they said they needed to get something to Tyrannica, and you guys never really followed up on that. Well, you tried to, but
Man, you know, her parents really did not care for her.
That's the whole
Who
point of the
nature-
cult.
Like, who names their children Tyrannica?
Same people who named their kid, what is it, Damien?
Technically, is demon.
okay, we got Prince Calvin as well. Tyrannica. Oh, why am I doing? Okay. We got Tyrannica, we got Cormac. Nope, that's not how you spell that. Hold on. This is definitely going to go into the next session, so I'm not really sweating that.
That's fair.
Is Tyrannica visible to you? Yes, they are. Yeah, definitely just familiarize yourself with your units while this is all going on.
Yep. Mine's easy. I got the cavalry and the cool fat units.
Chonk.
Then have Briarius, who's a wee tiny thing because
Sorry?
his thing is
Sir?
small. We'll make it bigger.
Sir.
It's nice.
You know, we were watching like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and there's the whole like the wolf scene, just chasing Puss in Boots. The fear that just kind of overwhelms you. That's how I feel all the time whenever we talk about the cult shit. It's like, what are they doing now? I don't know. Something evil.
And this
Does
was
your
a
frame
Taurus
rate
as well.
drop?
Yeah.
I'll have Briareus control the flying and cavalry units. I'll have Cormac control the minor dudes. Tree dudes. Six, so that's all that he can control, technically. And we'll have Kelvin control all these siege units. They also have the icon for the mechanism, but it's not the mechanism for them.
How many times can we use wands and scrolls, by the way, for our
Wands,
advantages?
I believe, are any amount of times. Scrolls are one-offs.
Okay. By the way, Amon has a wand that can heal guys for 2.
Alright.
You know what? The Resplendent Order might make sense to make sure they stay up forever.
Please, there's a pit fiend. I forgot there was a pit fiend.
Yeah. You notice that I changed some of their die types up? The Pit Fiends was already at 8.
Yeah.
Amon
Well-
has this guy can actually Amon, which unit do you think you should have that's that has the wand? Basically that means they can self-heal for 2 if they can't do anything else.
Okay, can only heal self, right?
It can only heal self is what it seems to say.
Okay. It's either
Oh,
gonna
no,
have
never
to
mind.
be-
As an action, this unit with this wand chooses any unit, so never mind. Any unit actually is better.
I want to say give it to the most durable unit because I don't want to whatever the most durable one is.
Okay, let me go through
Also,
this.
keep in
So
mind that
that
this thing
isn't the
should be a
pro-
D8.
Oh,
yeah.
for the Resplendent Order?
No, for the Grove Guardians.
Oh, okay. I'll switch.
Yeah, definitely not the Grave Guardians though because they have stupid.
Yeah.
They do.
This
Probably give it to the Resplendent Order just because they're the linchpin pin. If they are close to dying, they can heal themselves or heal others.
And also keep in mind about the minuses to communication. So don't get too married or too hinged on any one particular layout
Mm.
okay.
because they're going to switch shit.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
Resplendent Guardians are going to try and carry this thing.
Okay. No, the Guardians need to carry it, yeah, because they need to self-support.
So give it to the Grove Guardians or
No. Give it to the
Resplendent.
give it to the Knights, the Paladins that we just got.
Yeah, because they're harder. They have the highest defense and toughness.
Yeah.
So,
If they can assist others, great. If not, well, they're unkillable, self-sufficient unit.
or if they can't make it to another enemy, they can use their move and then action to heal somebody else on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's the best thing for them.
Your trait, though, is amazing against fiends, particularly, but we need to see if they have anything that's not fiends.
Yeah, most of their units are fiends. The cult cells are not. The ballistas, I think, are not. Oh no, they're also fiends. Almost everything that they have is fiends, except for the cultists and except for the Rhymefire Legion.
It'll be amazing bait and switch. It turns out they're all aberrations, and this is actually an alien invasion plot.
Oh no.
Betrayal!
Mind flayers have come back.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it, devils and demons are kind of like aliens. They're from another plane of existence.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, I did roll for initiative. Everybody's all set. Briareus has the highest initiative, but Zumasu has the lowest, so Zumasu is deploying first.
Great. So I get to choose one unit and put it out.
One of your units, yeah.
I have only cavalry.
Oh, well, you're easy then. You just go to the sidelines. You can actually deploy one of Amon's units, I'll say, even though
Oh yeah.
Amon is in the initiative. Actually, we should deploy it when Amon goes.
Yeah, we should define what
We'll
Amon
worry
goes.
about it.
Yeah.
Alright, Cormac is going. Let's put one of his cult cells on the front lines. Get to the gates. Alright, Tyrannica. Oh, Tyrannica. I was saying it like, oh, it's turn to go. Let's deploy some of their minor units over. here in their reserve.
While Chris is debating all this, as a general rule, try to front load as much as possible because they're going to disrupt their unit formations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't want
Don't
the
leave
front
spaces.
collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it might not apply because I don't think you have a ton of units, but you can technically overlap things in the reserve layer.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know, it's just a fun quirk.
Okay.
Alright, so Boom Crash, deploy one of your units. Unfortunately, there's not really any fortifications that you can really take advantage of on your side.
Yeah.
Shoot over the wall.
But your plan could be to try to get into and occupy their towers. That could be a good goal for you.
That would be utterly lovely. But also, I have range, so I don't have to necessarily worry about proximity as much. Okay, hold on. Defense, 16, toughness. Toughness. Oh, and then you guys are just so squishy.
Artillery are lovely, but they're all squishy.
Yeah, except for the mechanism. Mechanism is nice, but otherwise. So, can I just put everybody in the back?
I mean, that's up to you.
I
Wouldn't
believe that
hate it.
there's rules on that. Hold on.
Yeah, because remember we have to
Deployment
not
rules.
collapse the
Artillery
line.
must go in the center. Infantry can be deployed anywhere. Cavalry and aerial do not get placed. Units can be stacked on top of each other in your reserve. The attacker's vanguard gets a free activation. Even though they succeeded on their operations check, you have succeeded in... Sorry, you succeeded on the operations check, so you decided to attack them. You're the attacker. Anybody that you put in the front row will get to attack for free.
Okay, it's time to front load some infantry. Alright. I'd say put your squishies in between things and put your chunky on the side, to be honest.
Okay.
So maybe
Hold
switch
on.
class of 13 and mechanism.
So yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to familiarize what the cannoneers. Defense, toughness, 11, 12. I mean, the Connaughton War Mages are nothing to sniff at either, so...
You guys said there was a way to open up the pages for these guys by clicking on them?
Shift double click on the token itself. Be sure you aren't clicking on the dice.
There we go.
That should work, assuming that all players are able to edit these things. Also, Mao, consider where you're going to put your dudes, and remember that your guys have scout. If they are light, is that what it says?
Yeah, I believe they're
Number
light.
of light infantry units equal to half the domain size, rounded up. So you can choose 2 of your units, Mao, to deploy in the enemy line. I don't know if you want to, but you can.
No, I think we still are. The plan was at least get Urzats out there.
When you say enemy line, could she just put them on the vanguard spots?
No, it puts them in the rear.
Oh, that's still not a terrible idea. I say putting their
No,
Urzats
no.
at least.
Killing on their range stuff if they have any is really great.
Yes.
Yeah. Urzats definitely needs to go behind the enemy line.
Light construct.
It's weird that the Urzats are light, but they had to be for balancing. Alright, Boom Crash, have you decided which unit you're putting in the center?
Oh, I can only do one of them.
Yeah.
Here, I was hoping I would just get it over with.
Okay,
There we go.
now,
Let's put Urzats in the back. Also, I don't have access to the ghoul infantry.
okay. Let me check them. Oh, I see why. Hold on. Because they shouldn't be called ghoul infantry anymore. They're... Paranor's Amalgam. There we go.
Thanks, Paranor.
Now you guys should have access. They were ghoul infantry when I was just hastily giving them to you last session.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Okay.
well, I've placed one.
Ah, you did. All the way over there in a convenient spot. Portaled them in. Alright, Prince Kelvin, let's put your ballistas. We'll put one right here. Amon's turn. So,
Okay.
one of Amon's people. Or Amon, you can also contribute.
Let's put the new knights that we got with the healing wand smack dab in the middle.
The
Okay.
middle?
You got those.
In the
Okay.
middle front?
Or do you mean the reserve or the vanguard? Because if we put them in the vanguard, they get a free attack, right?
Yep.
That's why I was saying we might want to front load guys in the front.
You can move
Yeah.
forward if you want.
So here is fine in the front, or would you rather in the reserve?
I mean, the knights. I thought we want to them to kick ass. Put them in the front, vanguard.
Okay, this is I like the RP of this too because they're just like, let's go.
Yeah.
I also like the RP that the Urzats ones are the ones that are getting teleported in. Okay, Briareus doesn't control any non-cavalry, non-flying units, so same with Zumasu. Cormac goes, let's some
Briareus is
cells.
my rival in this thing.
Let's put some more cultist cells on the front.
Hmm.
Okay, Tyrannica. Let's put a Rhymefire Legion in here, just so that we can defend against the Urzat's infantry. Actually, and Boom Crash. Put another unit out. And then Mao's gonna go after.
Done.
Are we thinking 2 in the back? That was
Yeah,
the plan?
because you can fit 2 in the back with your trait, right?
Yep, 2 units can. They just have to be both light units, which I think you made sure of.
Incidentally, we made sure of.
Infantry. Yeah, shift.
They're
Yes, both light.
light. All right. Kelvin's turn. Let's put the Hellfire engine right here. Bond's turn.
All right. Put the treants in one of the flanks, just because they're stupid. So that restricts their movement at least a little bit.
So, you want them where? In the back or in the front?
One of the flanks, he
In the
said,
front,
so-
but put it in the side.
Okay.
I think that right would be
because
best.
because they're stupid and they move in a random direction. So
Oh,
They don't
The
move,
map
they
also
attack.
has
Yeah.
cavalry can't threaten red lines until one structure is destroyed.
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid in this one is they just have a 25% chance of attacking a random unit instead of they're supposed to.
yeah,
But that
that makes them go in a
sense.
weird direction. So put them in the corner. So like they're good enough to fight anything. So just so that we don't have to hinge on them.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
also
And-
means we don't have to put we can have space for our units without making 2 spaces of them.
Yeah.
Let's have Tyrannica put these dudes over here. Boom Crash, another one of
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. At least you thought up of stuff ahead of time.
Although Mao doesn't need to fit a dark bow in there somewhere.
There's some room in the center.
There's plenty of room in the center. This is
Yeah.
actually, if you notice, this is one space wider than the normal map.
Yes.
Because we got more peoples on here.
Yeah. When it reaches a certain threshold of units on one side of the map, they have to increase the map size.
Okay, dark bow's right there.
Alright.
Yep.
Kelvin will... Let's put another Rhymefire Ballista out here. Alright, one of Amon's units.
When you start putting things in reserve, just as a heads up.
Or maybe even in the rear. You should have at least one guy in the rear to protect from
collapse.
shenanigans.
Agreed. Yeah.
Who's the? You know what? Marshak's Marauders have been kind of useless in every single battle.
Let's see if they can survive.
There's no cavalry to poke at them this time around, so
So
putting them in
there's fine.
the back should be fine.
Just a center back for them.
Cormac again. Let's get
Fuck
that.
you, Cormac.
Cool. Let's put some more cult cells in the back. Tyrannica. Let's get this phalanx over here. Boom Crash, last unit.
There's a nice little spot for it.
Everybody's waiting for the mechanism.
Very on the
Not get between a
top of the
girl
subject.
and her mechanism. Mao, it is your turn.
Gross.
I actually say put your stuff in. Okay, do you want a first attack or do you want them in reserve for your ambushed attack thing?
I want so.
She
the thing
wants
is
them
that-
mobile, I think, is better
Yeah.
for them to be forward, because the rear is really for defending against cavalry.
The only
Yeah.
thing is that we don't have they have a lot of walls, so we need to be able to either destroy something or they have to leave it and come to us in order for me to really benefit from my movement. So
Yeah.
leaving
So-
space in between is fine, but they might not attack for a while.
Yeah, but if you're there, that means you can move and then come back type thing, which is at
Yeah.
least something. That's fair for you to be in reserve.
Right. And next, Prince Kelvin. He has... Oh, I think I'm missing a unit.
Is it Kelvin because he's cold?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I know. It's just that was the original intent, because they're ice. Anyway, Amon's units. He has 2 more units to spend.
Okay.
His cavalry
Well,
in the back.
we have all the stuff in the front, right?
I say you want to put maybe one
You
more.
have 2 units in the front right now.
Maybe one more unit here.
Yeah.
You want
Put,
your heavier
The
unit in the
Myrmidons.
front? Yeah. Do you want the heavier unit or the that works.
yeah, heavier unit, just to hold the line.
Yeah.
The tavern crawlers can just cry in the back.
Yeah,
Oh, babies.
just to make sure the rear doesn't collapse.
Okay, Cormac, we still have more units for you. Let's put this other cult cell. Oh, I actually was gonna put this in the back because I have my plan ahead of time. Somewhere. Let's put them of a reserve. Well, let's put them. Okay, Tyrannica, last unit for her. Let's put them. Crash is done, Mao is done, Kelvin doesn't have any more. On has 1 more unit. Were you putting them in the back?
Just to prevent the collapse, probably.
Yeah.
Especially since they can move, guys. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Want
put
it over
them
Dark Bro?
right next to each other. Yeah. Just in case.
You know,
Yeah,
next to each
something's
other?
gonna go wrong.
Yeah, in case something says an adjacent unit.
Yep.
Right. Last unit is going to be... It's going to be Cormac, so let's put this last unit.
This is gonna be one of those. That's a nice field you got there. Be a shame if somebody moves something.
Yeah.
Right.
Here. Actually, we'll populate this area here. Give room for the engine to go through. Go onto my GM layer and get rid of my notes out here.
Thematically, putting the undead and the robots in the back also kind of works too, because it's it's fine if they die.
Yeah, it makes lore-wise sense for you to sacrifice them. Okay,
We just
now we're gonna go into descending order. Right place anyway. Alright, it's time to get into combat.
I hate to mention it, but don't you get the thingy where you move shit?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh no.
Combat
This
time.
is first round.
Okay, so let's see what I get. You guys have -2, your communications are garbled. After deployment, the enemy shifts 1 of your units to any adjacent space and then swaps 2 of your allied units. Okay. Well, let's move. Shift 1 to any adjacent space. Okay. Let's shift. It says any unit. Let's shift to. Actually, weirdly, I kind of want to do. Let's make these guys a little harder. Let's shift the Dawn Defenders to the side so they're behind one of the units. And then let's swap. Let's swap the Tavern Crawlers and the Myrmidons. Ooh, wait, no. Let's swap Tavern Crawlers and the Grove.
That's the right choice, and I hate it.
Once again, the trees are slow and stupid in the back. Alright, the next thing, you just have -1 resolve, so that doesn't affect this. And you guys repaired your resources, so we don't have anything of that. So that's really all that happens. It's honestly a good... And you know, I could have sent something to the back. I could have swapped one of your scout units. But I won't. I've already made my decision. Alright, let's teleport it. The Mershock Marauders? You guys are gonna die out there.
God damn.
No. Put the Grove Guardians in the back. You're like, how did they get there? They're not light. How do we not notice trees?
Alright. Well, beans. Now we can get into the actual meat of combat an hour before close. So,
We have the pod to check on what happened.
yeah.
It's gonna be how it goes.
Okay, so Briareus is gonna go. He controls all of his flying and cavalry units, so he's gonna activate all of them. Let's have
This is gonna be
them...
bad.
I need to remind myself, they can attack, and I believe they can attack the entire vanguard, or no, they can attack the side units over, like, okay, I can just draw a line. They can attack these units, and these units normally, and then these units, until either the vanguard or the rear collapses. But right now, no cavalry can attack anything because of this special condition. Aerial units, however, can. So let's have the spined centurions go in here, and let's attack the tavern crawlers. Just gonna put them over now. So they have archers, so they can attack, and let's see, they can attack any opposed unit. Successful power tests the unit makes against opposed units that are not exposed inflict only 1 casualty. So they are not exposed, technically, the way that this map is working. They'll just try and attack tavern crawlers.
And they miss.
Yeah. Yep, I just had to check. So they missed, so that's fine.
Womp womp.
Yeah. They're kind of weak, but the fact is that they don't actually engage with anybody, so you can't, like, ready for them. Okay. The opposite end of the spectrum here is the Pit Fiend. Let's have them go in. Why don't we try attacking the Dawn Effectors? Or no. Let's be cheeky bastards. Let's do 5v5.
Well, they're chunky, but they probably have good stats.
Yeah. I just need to check what they have. Oh, no. Actually, they're going to use their... You guys saw one of your units had this ability, I think? Or at least you were thinking of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Let's instead do that on
No.
the mechanism.
No. If you take out our fucking mechanism.
Each unit in the mechanism space and each adjacent unit needs to succeed on a DC 14 power test or suffer 2 casualties and suffer disadvantage on morale and command tests until the end of its next turn. Okay, everybody who controls those units make some power tests. So that's Mershock Marauders, Dawn Defenders, the Mechanism, Class of 13, and the Dwarven Cannoneers. The Pit Fiend comes down and rakes across the battlefield, bailing hellfire down upon you guys.
Wait,
Right.
yeah, you clicked the right one now.
Yep.
And you failed.
Thanks.
Amon, should I just click the Mershock Marauders then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll roll for Amon.
Yeah, you'll roll for Amon, anything that has the green marker adjacent to the purple one.
It was a deck save? Or what was it?
It's a power test.
Oh, it's a power test.
Power is always
Yeah,
your stat to resist
Yes.
battle magic.
Well, I Fucking A failed. The Mershak Marauders are gonna die again.
Probably. Alright. So...
There's a reason why you put them in the back.
Yep. Let me just check something with the...
Let's see, the water mermaid... Oh, the myrmidons don't
Anything
just do a
adjacent.
test. Sorry, adjacent to the mechanism is who they're targeting.
Okay.
It's not
I thought it was
adjacent to
adjacent to
him.
the pit fiend.
Sorry, he's not even on the battlefield.
That's fine.
Put him parallel to what he's targeting, I guess. Okay.
That works.
So what do we got here? Dawn Defectors got a 6. That's a fail, so they get their thing reduced. It's a right click, that's what it is. Okay. Mechanism also failed. What's that?
This is a bad opening.
It is. Dwarven
This is a-
Cannoneers also fail.
This is just the thematic thing of like, okay, we're ready, guys. Pit Fiend flies over and just hurls a Hellfire Ball.
The class of 16 did succeed, so they're fine.
Counterspell.
Which is amazing.
Okay, so they suffered two. The guys that failed suffered 2 casualties and have disadvantage on command and morale tests until the end of their next turn. Though it's not the proper token, I'll put a token on them to remind myself. This is the weakened token. Just put one.
But since it's the first round of combat, it's basically after their first turn. That's not the worst.
Oh! I completely forgot. You guys are supposed to get a free activation. Okay.
Okay, I mean...
This didn't affect anything because it's only your Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically Water Myrmidons, Resplendent Order, and Tavern Crawlers all make make attacks, right? Is how it works.
They get a free activation. They get a move and they can do an action.
The Merrigan Infantry, what are those classified as?
They're all fiends. Anything
Oh,
with the
okay.
golden masks are like fiendish phalanxes.
All of
Okay,
his
then the
units sort of auto hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of his units auto hit.
Oh, except for the tavern crawlers. I don't think those are mine, right?
No, the Tavern Crawlers.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
yours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah,
exercise is so good.
All right.
Um,
All right.
so-
Auto hit. Roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so-
go first.
So they automatically succeed against attack tests and automatically inflict an additional casualty
Yep.
against any undead. Okay, so they're automatically gonna do 2 damage.
And then they get to roll the powers, essentially.
Yes, that's how that works.
Okay, so first the Myrmidon.
I just rolled mine.
Okay.
Then you can roll yours.
Yep.
Mm,
I think that does it.
I don't know about the 13 for the Myrmidon, though.
Okay, so let
The
me.
Myrmidon.
Got the Tavern Crawlers. That's a 20. That definitely succeeds.
And then the Tavern Crawlers you rolled.
They rolled. Yeah, they got a 20.
Okay, yeah.
And the Myrmidon's got a 13. Let me check these guys' stats.
That
Oh,
was what
yeah,
I was
that's
thinking
gonna
of
hit.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all
Oh,
of those
okay,
hit.
cool.
Nice.
So
1 damage for the
Jeez.
Tavern Crawlers, but they deal an additional 1. So that's gonna be do. Yikes, they're already diminished.
yeah, we just diminished three units all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
well, we're gonna have that fucking pit fiend come in and blast us, so... meh.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. We took like 8 points of damage. They took like a lot of damage.
Man, this is really good for you guys. I'm just like reducing all these units. Okay.
Well- You know.
They all got to survive their morale, or they're dead already.
All right. Let me
Come on.
check these guys. Do they have any useful traits? Oh, for some reason there's an error on it. Just go to their cheat.
This is a good opening.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
It's an equal opening.
It's an equal opening. Okay, we'll go there.
Okay, so they have fire immunity and resistance on power tests against battle magic. Do you guys have anything that opposes harrowing? I ask because...
What's harrowing?
So, any opposed infantry, cavalry, or aerial must succeed on a morale test to attack the unit.
Well, no. Oh, to
But
attack
it's
in
an
the
auto
first
hit.
place.
Yeah, but you still need to... This isn't an attack, this is to make sure you can make the attack.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Okay, the knights have have advantage on morale tests.
Yep, and they
Um,
also have any adjacent allied units automatically succeed on the...
Uh,
This unit and
okay,
adjacent units automatically succeed on the morale test for harrowing.
I can't open any of my tooltips, but does Divine Rally do anything?
Divine Rally. At the beginning of the commander's turn, a broken unit... No, that's for rallying broken units.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay, never mind.
So,
then.
if you could get dudes adjacent to the Resplendent Order, they would have...
They'd be able to
they'd
auto
auto
hit.
succeed, but as it stands, only the Resplendent Order's attack is going to stand.
So the tavern crawlers and myrmidons need to make morale tests.
Yep. Sorry, we're all trying to remember everything. And that's going to go for any fiendish unit.
All right.
Oh boy, that's
That's-
rough.
Do have
Okay.
extra things for the Myrmidons
Until
as
they
well.
succeed.
Nope.
If they succeed on a test against a harrowing thing, then they automatically succeed in all future ones.
Okay. Nope. The myrmidons don't go nothing special about there, so you have to roll morale tests for both the myrmidons and tavern crawlers.
No, I understand that, but for other things, like when they succeed on like a power test, they can push back an opposing unit, that kind of stuff. Or like Whirlpool, when this unit succeeds on an attack test against an opposing infantry, the unit takes a -2 to attack and defense.
That'll
all that-
happen if this attack goes through.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to see if they. It's basically they have like an auto fear effect type thing. Gotta pass first. Okay, the myrmidons succeeded.
And the
So we
tavern
can-
crawlers.
Yep, and then roll for the tavern crawl. And the tavern crawlers succeeded.
Okay, so they're all good.
They're not scared.
They're not scared anymore against any fiends. And you brought up a good point on the Myrmidons. When it succeeds on a power test as part of an attack... Well, let's do the attack one first.
Yes.
When it succeeds on an attack, opposed infantry, that unit takes -2 to attack and defense. Each opposed unit can be affected by this trait once per battle. Okay.
It doesn't actually apply here because it can't be pushed back, and this thing might die before then. Because now all three of those guys need to make morale tests or else they break, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if there is no space, the unit and the unit behind it will suffer 1 casualty. So this dude is gonna die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because it's gonna
okay.
suffer the
that's
one
cool.
casualty because it can't move.
Yeah.
Right.
So this
And
guy goes
then-
down.
Units behind it each suffer 1 casualty.
Yep. Reduce that.
So the Maragon. Yep.
Nice.
Alright. Last but not least, the tab. No. We don't
We did
need to
the
do
morale
anything
test.
else, right? Well, we need to do the...
Morale
do
test
their
to see if
morale
those.
tests.
Yeah, to see if they actually survive.
They did. They did 19 for a morale test.
I haven't done
No,
the
no.
enemies.
The enemies to see if
Oh,
they survive.
oh.
Okay, this middle one's dead. And this one has survived. But this one broke.
Nice. So okay, that's good. That's good. All right. And we'll go back to Briar's. Just use the Pit Fiend. Did he have any other more units?
Yep.
None that he can use right now. Until these
Okay.
fortifications go down. Right. Amon's units. Which... I guess you guys get to go again!
Well,
okay.
the front line gets to go again.
Yeah.
Well, in general, Amon has a few units. So
Yeah.
I have a question when it comes to buildings. Building takes 2 spaces of movement, and
You can also try to destroy it too.
yeah, that was my question. Can the Splendid Order actually attack the tower, or how does that work? Can it only be siege units?
They cannot attack the tower. It takes them, I believe, as long as it's empty, it takes 2 movements to move in, so you'd move in and do nothing else.
Okay.
But you can technically move through and, like, pass through those units. It's just kind of difficult terrain.
I think if anything, the Resplendent Order should just move over and attack the cult cells so the tavern crawlers get the benefit of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is
And
that
then
going
the
to
Grove Guardians can move forward too into the next areas.
Yeah.
That'll be important to get them up front.
So the Resplendent Order goes over here. Attacks this guy.
Okay. I'm also going to put the commanders, like, in the middle, so it stops
Yeah.
Jumping
adjusting
the
in a
thing.
weird way, yeah.
Okay, those guys aren't fiends, so they do need to make an attack against the cult cell then.
God damn it, stop that. I'm trying to move them. The initiative button got in the way.
Okay, I think that probably hits the cult cell.
Cormac.
Sorry. What's going on? Oh, that was for Cormac. Shouldn't. Sorry, I added another initiative, and it was Cormac, right? I think.
Mm.
I think so. It
Yeah.
was a 20. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I needed to alter that, or else it was going to screw it up. Okay, so you moved their Splendid Order, then they're going to attack the Cult Cells, which is not an automatic attack. They do have +2 defense because they're in a fortification, but 21 is more than enough to succeed.
So now they're going to do their power.
Yep.
And is it an
Natural.
auto fail? Yeah.
It's an auto
okay.
fail. Okay, so
So
they
they
only
just-
take 1 damage because they're not fiends. They don't take an additional damage.
I don't think any. Yeah, it didn't have the additional thing. The tavern crawlers aren't heavy, right? Or medium?
They're light, I believe.
Like, yeah, that's why you wanted them to have it.
Okay. Because that's Mao's unit, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
no,
that's
that's
a Mon's unit.
yeah, it's a Mon's unit.
Okay.
Purple is a Mon. We just control him with the extra things.
Yes. So I guess they should attack the cult cell and try to destroy it, and because they're next to their Splendid Order, they auto hit. I think they just kill it straight up because of his trait.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They are no longer frightened of it, so they do auto succeed.
And
that
because of
should
his
get rid
trait, they
of
do too. Yeah. And the Myrmidons, I guess, should just go after the other cult cell. That makes sense.
They could also move in, but
Yeah, but then they won't be able to attack on the same turn.
I just
That's
want to
why.
check their stats
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, just attack the cult cell. Prioritize on attacking first because their numbers are too great.
Yeah. I don't know if a 12 would probably hit.
I don't think
Let's
so.
see. It might. It does.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, no, it doesn't, because they're in a fortification.
But how much is the fortification
Oh,
at?
but it's
We-
only +2, so
Yes.
that does just barely hit.
Also, I think they have advantage on attack anyway.
For what?
It's not
For
it's
the
not a thing.
Myrmidons.
I don't
What?
think they got advantage on it.
What's giving them?
Successful. No, I thought I had a thing in there. It said it's successful power attacks inflict casualties, so that's what I was reading wrong.
Yep.
Now you can try
My
your
bad.
power attack to see if you get the rest of the stuff. Okay, that looks like it does.
It's a success, so I believe you
So,
push them?
Push them back, yep.
And they don't suffer any casualties in that case, but they do suffer, damage. So they take 3 damage, which means they need to do a morale test, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, they succeeded. I should also say that these guys, the cult cells, have advantage on that because they're humans, they're adaptable.
Okay, and they also get -2 to attack and defense from here on out.
Minus, that's what it was, yeah, for
Yeah.
Whirlpool.
Yeah. So
Yep.
the Myrmidon also status affected the cult cell there. For -2.
Oh wait, we only did 3 damage, right? Because they're not
Yeah.
fiends.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that still would make them have to make a check,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
you're right, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they have -2 for the rest of the time, so I'll just put these tokens on it, just to remind me. Right.
Grove Guardians can move 2 spaces if they decide to.
Yeah, if they want to march. That's what dash is called in this.
Yeah, I think that would make sense to just dash forward as fast as they can. So they got to roll a percentile to see if they can do it.
No, they're fine. Stupid is only for attacking.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
they can just go over here. Be fine, right?
Don't they have to move around the dark bow? They
I
can't move through?
believe they can through, they just can't end their turn there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're
All
gonna
right,
go.
charge forth.
They're over here, and then that's just the Murstruck Marauders, who maybe just leave them there, or do you want to move?
No, they stay there.
They have
We
to
don't-
stay there.
No, they have
Yeah.
to stay there for the
need to hold
collapse.
the back line. Yeah, you can't allow the back to collapse.
They're
At
gonna do a
least-
little dance.
We're gonna give it a hard time for it to collapse, because the aerial can come in now and strike them.
Oh, can they do that? Isn't there a maneuver they can do to prepare against aerial?
Hold on, let me see.
Like, isn't there just like a default thing that you can do
Treat
that's just
or
like?
maneuvers set for charge as a reaction after suffering a casualty from an attack from a cavalry or aerial. They can do a DC 13 command test. On a success, the attacker suffers 1 casualty.
Yeah, because they're not going to be doing anything else, so they're just
Yeah.
setting for charge.
You always want to do that against a cavalry attack. It's just a reaction, so you can only react once.
Mhm.
Alright. It's Kelvin's turn. So what units do you have? You have most of the siege units. Let's resolve the ballistas first. So they're
I'm sorry
harrowing.
to interrupt, but wouldn't they get that against the Pit Fiend then? Because they were attacked by that? Or
It
no?
wasn't an attack, they used an ability.
Got it. Never mind.
It's okay.
Stupid special
Good question.
abilities.
Next time he'll need to recharge to see if he can do that again. Alright, let's see, we got...
Hopefully not.
Okay, so this guy's probably just gonna attack, I think. So let's just attack the rear unit. I think that's a good one to attack. Let's attack the
Those
Mare
poor
Shock.
snakes. Those poor snakes. Oh my god.
Ow.
Okay, that looks like a hit. Let's do a power test. It's there.
They survived the power
They
test.
survived the power.
Okay, so they only take one hit.
They still have to make a morale test.
That's you.
That's, yep, that's all you.
Okay.
It's
I
got
don't
Gween.
I don't think they get any benefit. I think they made it though.
They made
They're
it.
good.
They're good. Oh, but hold on. Let's see. That's not what I want. They have disadvantage
It's
on
just the
morale
world is
tests.
your oyster.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So they did lose another one.
It's just the world is an oyster, but I think the world is a secretary bird because it keeps on kicking the shit out of the snakes.
If they lost the morale test, are they don't disband, do they, or what? Or are
No,
disbanded?
they just lose another casualty.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna attack them with the other ballista.
Oh.
Okay.
Could you not?
I think that still hits.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
does.
it
I was
does.
looking at the pit fiend for a second. I was like, really? No, no. Okay, now let's do a power. Okay, so they're now
That
at
misses.
1.
Does power? Okay, so they aren't dead. They're at 1.
No, we have to roll for them again for
Nope.
diminished, or no?
Nope, diminished only happens once. Even if you heal
Okay.
later, you've already become diminished.
Okay.
Okay, so when this unit makes a successful power attack, okay, so that doesn't matter, but just for the record, it can turn the terrain that they're in into mud if they succeed at a power test against a unit.
Great.
They have one dude. Let's have the Hellfire Engine enter this area, and that's all they can do. They're entering an area. Okay, now your units.
Well, let's attack in the back. Can I reach the Rhymefire Ballistae?
You can, technically.
Okay, because I'm ready.
Ooh.
With the Dark Bow Company, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, there you are. So let's attack with them first.
That looks
Alright,
like it hits.
that's a hit.
And they have 2 attacks.
Which
So
one are you attacking? The ones in the rear or the front? Or the
the
center?
rear.
Okay.
Maybe do their power test to see how much damage you do first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll wait for that. So it looks like 1 for now. But they also have 2 attacks. Which we
Yep.
Okay, and they hit again.
hit again.
Get that power so you get that poison. And what is their toughness?
Oh! That is a hit. Oh, but they have +2.
If they have
ooh.
+2 toughness?
They have
or
+2 to
just-
their defense, not to their toughness. So
they
that...
still get the poison counter.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you did 3 damage to it. That's respectable.
Oh, we have poison.
Technically, it's going to be diminished next turn because of poison being weird.
Yeah, when that poison token
Mhm.
gets removed, then that's when that happens.
They have to make an immediate morale test then?
Also, you did 2 damage and then a power thing, so they actually are diminished.
Oh, so they do got to make a morale test.
Yep.
Neat.
Okay, they
Neat.
failed that, so they're now at 2. Yikes! And they're
Going to
gonna
be at 1.
They're gonna be at 1 at the next turn when they activate.
Alright,
Okay.
let's use the, or is that infantry, and let's go after the Rhymefire Legion.
Ah, that's right, you're there.
I'm in the back line. I would like to hurt things.
Okay, that's a success.
Let me also look at the...
You're attacking the ballista again, right?
I was actually going to go for the Rhymefire Legion. I didn't know if
Okay,
I could
yeah.
reach the ballista,
No, you
because
can.
they're in a tower.
They're in a tower. It's just they have +2 to defense and morale checks and stuff.
Mm.
That's actually a good question. No, it's not. Never mind. Because even with +2 to morale, it wouldn't do it.
Well, I was attacking
Ooh.
the Rhine-Fire Legion anyway.
Yeah, she did say Rhine
I did
Fire
say that.
first.
I know you did, yeah. Okay, sorry, I was just checking their stats to see if I could have saved these guys from being diminished. Anyway, let's check these guys'
Stop
stats.
trying so hard, Fred.
I'm trying hard. Anyway, they have 16
Wow, they're tough.
defense. Yeah, these are a tier 4 unit.
She made the attack, but she didn't make the power.
The power.
Yeah. Okay. You deal 1 damage.
Okay.
Do I have 2 attack? I actually don't
Uh,
remember how to find that on the thing.
You click on
Yes.
stat.
The ability.
They have 1 attack that deals
They have
2
one attack.
damage. Okay.
Oh, so they do take 2 damage.
No, the damage, the improved damage is only on the power.
Oh, okay.
An attack always does 1 damage unless you have, super ability or something.
Alright.
Alright, well, Paranora's Amalgam. I guess we'll probably attack the Maragon since they're in front anyway.
Okay.
Boo.
C doesn't even need to see what happens, he just hears.
I am watching the stream. It's just what you guys are saying.
Yeah, they only have
funny yourself. It's like simultaneous. Ugh.
Also, these guys are both dead, so they are unaffected by any of the harrowing stuff that happens.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
They don't need to worry about taking or making morale checks.
Right, is that it for your units? I think you just have the Dawn Defectors left.
Yes.
Where do you want to just move them forward? What do you want to do with them?
I mean, are the Grove Guardians gonna move forward?
They're gonna probably try.
If
Gonna
they
still be
do, the reserve will collapse. So you might
Right.
want to move some artillery into there on Boom Crash's turn.
I'll move it to the side for now.
They can move twice if you'd like.
Oh, they're good for them. Right there.
Alright. Then we have Boom Crash's turn. You can activate all your units.
Oh, yay.
Pew pew time.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna go left to right. Connaught and War Mages. Should I try and get that focus fire on that pit fiend and try and get it out of the way?
Blast that fiend out of the sky!
Do
If
you
you
have
wanna-
another engine thing?
It's a rough call because if you do, you really need to super focus because of its extra health and stats. And if it's like one of those like successor suck type scenarios.
So, do you want me to focus fire on the Hellfire engine then? Or
I kind of say yeah, get rid of their artillery instead.
okay, got it. Okay, so Hellfire engine. Do I have to make a morale test?
Yes. Wait,
Does
actually, hold on.
No, it doesn't say about artillery units.
It doesn't. So, yeah, artillery are fine attacking them. They're at a nice, safe distance where they don't have to see their ugly mugs.
Fabulous. Okay.
Okay, that looks like it hits.
That does hit, yep. Power test. Natural 20. That will inflict an additional one.
Oh shit! By the way, Boom Crash, you forgot your wall of fire.
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
There's too many abilities.
This is very complicated. Can I finish the attack with the Connaught and War Mages, and then we can do the Wall of Fire thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so power test, so that's an additional, and as a reaction to a successful power test against a target unit, add the fire token to the target that inflicts 1 casualty when removed.
Okay.
And I have a second attack with this unit. I think I'm just gonna focus fire on the Hellfire engine.
Okay. Okay,
Ooh.
that one misses.
Okay.
You still did 3. You're still gonna do 3 damage. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, so
I mean,
now it's
they did 3 damage, they're gonna do another damage. Because the crit did another damage.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you did good. You did good.
potential diminishment in 1 turn, hopefully. So we'll see. Actually, no, maybe not, depending on abilities. Anyway, so Wall of Fire. So that is a line of 4 squares.
I say trap their center, if you can.
I'm fine with that.
Just where's the thing? Just like right through here. That way they have to take the long way around, because we're gonna have to take the long way around for our guys anyway. That'll delay them.
Okay.
Or
yeah,
adjacent
sure.
spaces on the battlefield, and note the line along one edge of those spaces. So it'll have to be a straight line.
Yeah, so
That's
we'll just
okay.
have to be right in front of them.
Okay, sorry, where are you pointing? I was looking at the build.
So from this Rheinfire Legion to this Rheinfire Legion.
Yeah.
Alright.
So they have to walk around, or if they want to walk through, they'll be injured before engaging.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Put that on the map layer. Right. Create a wall of fire across this area. Cool. So class of 13 next?
Yep.
Okay, yes.
Get more pew pews.
Okay, yeah. And they only have one pew, so that's a... Oh, no, they have two.
Oh.
They leveled up.
Do you maybe want to try and kill the ballista, or do you want to still focus on the Hellfire engine?
I mean, surely start shooting at one. Might as well finish the job, right?
Fair enough.
And I can spread out, so I can do one.
All right. Choose your first target.
I don't know. I want that Hellfire engine to go down, so...
Go class of 13.
Okay.
That hit?
That does hit.
Huzzah!
Oh man,
That
they're
extra.
pretty weak. Alright, so that's another 3. Do they have any special abilities? Sorry, another 2.
Literally all they have is adaptable.
Okay.
But I
think...
that
Oh,
get
I don't think I
diminished.
gave them... Oh, wait.
Did you distribute your wands?
That I did not do. I was thinking about it, and then I, again, completely blanked. So hold on. The acid pool first.
Okay, so which person are you giving the acid one to?
maybe the cannoneers.
That, I think, eats an attack.
It eats an action.
It eats an action. So I'll... Hold on one second. Is there anything clever I can do with... If I give it to the siege engine, that's not a good idea at all. So I should probably just give it to...
The Connaughton War Mages in the class of 13. Probably the class of 13.
Yeah, I'll give it to the class of 13. So they have Wand of Acid Pool.
Okay.
And then
Star on them.
And then who do you want to give the dancing lights to? Because that basically means it gives somebody else advantage.
Actually, that's
on an
any
attack.
artillery unit for the dancing lights.
Oh.
The other thing she's distributing is the Scroll of Translocation.
Yeah, which is important. So, I think the only unit that I have that doesn't do 2 is the Cannoneers, and that's super slow. So...
They'll also probably be useless after you destroy a fortification.
The Dwarf Cannoneers will be useless after I destroy...
Not necessarily useless, but you won't need them after you've destroyed a fortification, because that'll let your cavalry go through.
Oh, true. Okay,
Bless you.
sorry. Okay, I'll give the arrows of dancing lights retroactively to the...
That goes to all of your artillery.
That goes
Basically,
to all of them? So all
anything
of
you
them have
hit,
it?
yeah, anything you hit gives somebody else advantage.
The
Oh,
only things you're
that's
giving out are the
fabulous.
wand and the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay, so the scroll.
The Dwarf Cannoneers make sense. They kind of are a action-heavy thing, but at the same time, after a certain point, you might not be relying on them as much.
The only thing with the Dwarf Cannoneers is that they must spend one round of battle doing nothing before each attack. So they don't do a whole hell of a lot.
basically, do you want to make them more less? You either make it so they can spend their turns doing that, or you can take one turn away that you make them use the scroll. So like,
I'll give them the scroll. What the hell?
okay.
All right, they have the scroll. Mechanism.
Sorry, thank you. Okay, mechanism. What
Or-
does weaken do again?
Doesn't the class get a second attack?
No, they don't. Or they already did. Sorry.
Or no, they didn't. No, the class attacked the Hellfire Engine once, got the attack and damage in. And then they get 2 attacks.
Yeah, everything has 2 except for the
Okay.
cannoneers.
Then keep going then. Sorry.
Sorry, thank you.
If you get one more hit on the Hellfire Engine, if you can get the 2 damage in, I think you kill it.
Yeah.
Ow.
Does that hit? No.
Yeah, it does.
Oh
Oh,
my
wait,
God.
it doesn't because they're in a fortification.
Okay, never mind.
Wait, does the advantage work on itself or no? For the Dancing Lights?
It only works on units that are opposed to them, so that actually is just... opposed has a different meaning in this system. It just is adjacent units.
Oh, so melee. So would the cavalry still get it?
I would probably warrant yeah.
Okay, just for clarification for my units. Alright. Alright,
Wait, so, but Dancing Lights, that's for everybody. So because the Hellfire Engine was already attacked by the Connaughton War Mages, does that not apply?
but he was saying...
Oh,
only
but that was the
melee-
next one. Never mind.
Yeah, and only melee units get the benefit, essentially.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. So now,
okay, so then
now
it's the
mechanism.
mechanism.
Either way, I'll put this on them. So, attacks against them are buffed. Okay, then the mechanism goes. Who are they attacking? Or what are they?
they can do the shotgun all over here, or over here.
Also, they are slow, kind of. They either have to move or take an action, not both. But they have
Okay.
that same... That was where I saw this ability, the Shock and Awe ability. They have the same thing that the Pit Fiend does, and they can do the same thing. They can just choose a space on the battlefield.
Okay.
Here would
Yeah.
hit all of
First-
these. It's like a mini fireball. Or over here. Both of those are kind of good. Big and juicy.
Yeah, because all of that did there.
Yeah, it's 5 units here, or 5 units here seems to be optimized.
Okay. Let's take out the Cult Cell and Rhymefire Legion because they're beefy.
Okay, so you're doing it here? Or
Yes.
remember, adjacent is only...
Oh, it's
it's
Or
not
no direction.
diagonally.
it's not
Oh,
diagonally.
So it'd have to
Okay.
be here to get 3 then, right?
Yep.
Or if I do it here, I
It
get
gets
4.
That's good too.
Okay, I'll do it here then.
Okay. So, let me just check their stats. Sorry, not their stats, their traits. Okay, they're good. Cult Cell just has adaptable, so they don't have anything special. These guys... Adaptable, that's it. Okay. I was just checking for magic resistance, but I think the only people that had it were the Maragons before. So let's do some power tests. I'll do the weakened ballista first. Okay, I think they succeeded. What is...
It's a 14.
It's a
I think.
14. Got it. Okay, so they succeeded. We'll do the next ballista. They failed. So they're gonna take 2. Then they become weakened. No, that's not the actual definition of weak. Let's put it on anyway. Let's do the Rhymefire Legion. They'll do a power test. Oh, they're fine. Then let's do the Cult Cell. They're not fine. So I'll put this on them, and we will reduce them by 2. Okay. Yeah, the mechanism launches a giant fireball off to the fortress, and some of the people there are shaken. All the cultists running the Rhymefire Ballista and the Cult Cell out in the open. Okay. Lastly, the Dwarf Cannoneers. Are they going to do nothing, or are they going to use their scroll?
Or load up.
Hold on one second.
The scroll can move any unit, but if it's an enemy unit, they have to make a save.
Grove Guardians, where do you want to be?
Ooh, I mean, deep into the enemy line is possible, right?
Like here? Or like
Oh my god, yes.
like there would be amazing. Behind the enemy lines right there.
Like behind the Hellfire engine.
That way they could attack the fortress afterwards and also just be attacking things if they miss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
they
you
can
want to
attack
do that,
anything random.
that'll expend the scroll, but there's no check required.
You just automatically poof them where they need to be.
That
Does
sounds
that sound good?
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
Okay,
good.
Done.
man,
Okay.
these trees are fast.
Fuck you, Briars.
Right.
Try moving our shit, or we're gonna move it right back.
Okay, that was their
Worse.
action. So that is Boom Crash done.
I need to go cough. Sorry.
That's
I'll be
fine.
back.
No problem. Good turn.
Yeah, it was
To
an
be honest, I'm
eventful
kind of
turn.
surprised that you held on so long.
Alright, this phalanx getting pushed out by the water myrmidons. Well, actually, wait,
Good.
there's guardians next to us. Let's just attack them. And just check their traits. No, not your traits. Your traits.
Don't hurt the
Reaction to being
trees,
diminished,
please.
Okay. Harrowing fire immunity, that's fun and useful. Let's see. Magic resistant. Okay, so these guys are just like kind of beefy against your tricks. Let's just make an attack. It's the Grove Guardian's stats. Ooh, that's
Matches.
a hit. Nice. I'll do a power test. Nice. It's just 2 damage to the Grove Guardians. This Maragon Phalanx is going to move through here. Since they have fire immunity, they don't get a fire token from walking through the wall of fire.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Okay, and they got another hit on the Grove Guardians, but not a power hit.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Yep, because that would have diminished the Grove Guardians. Oh boy, firewood!
Oh no.
Right, who else does Tyrannica controlling? These guys. These guys are not immune to fire, weirdly. Didn't give them that. I should have, but I didn't. 2 adjacent units.
Thank you, DM.
Adjacent opposed units to each make a DC 13 power test. Okay. Okay.
That's cool.
Well, that could force the infantry to make a power test or take 2 casualties. That might be easier than hitting them. Any opposed infantry or artillery unit adjacent to this unit has its movement reduced to 0 and cannot benefit from bonus movement. Okay, so people can't run away from these guys. That's the other thing that they have. Okay. Let's just attack the Urzat's infantry, because I think that might be better.
Okay.
No, wait. Fire Blast is definitely better. Okay, have Paranor's Amalgam and the Urzat's infantry make a power test each.
They try to scorch search the soulless things. Okay, that's pretty good. That's
also
pretty
pretty
good.
Okay. Well, this guy doesn't have that anymore, so that's that. Let's have this guy.
The robots are immune to the fire, and the Paranor's amalgams lose their like upper lip, but don't care because they're zombies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a fireball. Oh no, the Terminator walks through the fire. Oh no, the ghost walks through the fire.
Let's have this guy attack the Grove Guardians through the flame wall. Is that something that I can do, actually? Any
let's
opposed
see.
unit that crosses that line. Okay, so we won't cross the line, we'll just attack it.
Our poor trees all of a sudden.
Okay, and no other units. Yeah, there are no units that are next to each other. So let's not do the Fire Blast, let's just do an attack. That's a hit, let's do a power, that's another hit, so that's 3 damage to the Grove Guardians. And now they need to make a morale test.
Oh
Okay,
no.
So they
What
took
have I
3
done?
damage and are down to 2? Okay. They gotta make a morale test.
Yeah,
Have advantage though, because it's against Fiend. They're good.
okay, they're good. Also, these guys have flaming weapons, so now
Oh my
you
God.
get a fire token.
Oh god.
Hey, do you have any special abilities? No, okay.
The Grove Guardians aren't broke. Are they broken?
They have 1 health next turn. When it's their turn, they have 1 health because of the flame token.
Yeah, because the I have the whole rally thing for like broken units.
Oh, so they have another life chance possibly later.
Yeah, if they
That's
break,
right.
that means that you can get them back. So I won't delete them. I'll just put them to the side. Okay, does Tyrannica have any other units that they can activate? Yes, the Crimson Guard up here. Let me see what they can do. Adaptable and shock troops, that's easy. Each time this unit causes another unit to be diminished, this unit gains +2 to attack and power permanently. Let's just
hate that.
attack. Let's attack Paranor's Amalgam. Oh, is that a hit? I think it is. Yeah, that's 2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 2 hits against Paranor's Amalgam.
That's bad.
They go down to 4.
How do I change the dice again?
If you right-click on them and go to multi-sided. I was trying to do it, but I can let you do it. Right, then we go to Cormac's turn. Oh, they're all stacked on top of each other, huh? Let's have these guys... Let's have these guys just march down here. And they can't really move through anything, so they're just gonna... It's kind of stupid.
I mean, you could have the other Keltel move first if you wanted.
Now let's just have... Oh, that's true. Yeah, let's have them back in here. Oh, but then they're gonna be...
They can't attack on the same turn.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Weirdly enough. Instead, let's have these guys just spin a little bit. They might need to cross through the barrier at some point. It's fine. Let's have this guy go to the back. No. Hold on. This guy has a thing that they can do. I have a sparkle on them for a reason. Okay. Oh, also, I'm stupid. All of my guys have resistance to battle magic. That's Briareus' special ability. Ugh. I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
Good for him.
So the firewall is going to be as... Right.
Okay. Can I do that to any...
Like blood sacrifice, make another unit have disadvantage for like the next few turns or some shit.
Okay, it has to be a unit that's next to them and it has to be in action. Okay, so, that's that one. So this guy will just probably back. They will go back. These guys have the scroll of Snowstorm.
Oh
So,
my god.
yeah. Scroll of Torrential Snow. As an action, the unit with this scroll chooses a rank on the battlefield. Each unit in that rank has disadvantage on attack tests until this unit's next activation.
Ugh.
Let's do that to, I don't know, maybe just pick a rank. Let's pick this one that's filled with Boom Crash's units.
Rude.
Okay. I think this is like actual weekend. Yeah, this is the actual weekend feature. So they just have disadvantage. If you want to find out what these abilities are, can you select them? No, you can't. Okay, well, I know what they do. Fine. I'm not going to go through that. So that's them. These guys, let's attack. Let's do our best to attack the Resplendent Order. Well, that's not a hit. Well, bollocks. And Cormac, you lost a lot of your units, huh?
Yep.
Alright, Zumasu, you can't really do anything except with the aerial unit.
Yeah, the Keymon Outrider even attack the like this part because he's on the wall. That's how that works.
No, they can't attack anything. Not until you destroy a fortification.
Right. Menudoma's party does have something that can, because I gave him the Scroll of Clarity. Try and heal the Grove Guardians, just to give them a little more longevity, because they're already so low. should I heal the Mershok Marauders? This is a
With
question
the
to
scroll,
group.
chooses a number of units equal to the commander's proficiency, so 6.
Oh, I don't have to do it.
Roll a d4. Each unit's casualty die is incremented by that amount.
Oh, never mind. Then I should use this. Let's see. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the 4 guys in the middle. There's the Grove Guardians, and who else got hurt?
Paranor's Amalgam.
Marauder.
Yeah,
Ghosties.
yeah. So yeah, I'll just do it now. Everybody, let's see if we can heal those people up.
Okay, so by the way it's worded, just roll 1d4.
Okay. Good luck, guys. Oh!
Okay, is that affecting pretty much everybody?
Yeah,
That
we only
has
have 6
taken
units damage. Yep.
Okay, so Mershocks are the only one that doesn't go all the way up. I'll set them to 5. Everybody else reset all of their little thingies to full. I'll just let you guys do that.
And the Grove Guardians only go up to 6, but still.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hey, whatever it takes.
And
There we
their
go.
scroll is gone.
Yep. I say it was worth it.
Oh, absolutely worth it.
The
The aerial unit now.
Mal, fix your Dawn defectors.
Oh, they're up to.
No, well, they got healed, and so did Paranor's Amalgam.
Challenge Strikers
Yeah, I
are
already
going to try and
did the
finish
Paramount
off the
Mountain.
Hellfire engine because it just needs 1 damage and it should die next turn, right?
Yep. And it has... Aerial units have advantage on the attacks against them. Yep,
Does a 16 hit?
I believe so, because they don't have a ton.
Okay. And it does, yeah, it does 2 damage because it's a Cavalier thing, and it has the burn thing. It's going to die on its turn. Oh, I could do a power just to kill it now, but... See if the
I
power
would.
comes.
Okay, yeah,
Well, that's a waste of a 20.
they're gone.
The birds come in and just knock it off the building, and it collapses in smoldering fire.
Bird
Right.
power.
They are
Caw.
gone. The Talon Strikers come down and tear apart the machines. It's Briareus' turn.
Caw.
Let's see if the Pit Fiend recharges.
Ugh.
It did. It recharges
Oh.
50% of the time. Let's see.
I hate that.
Let's see. So we can do the same thing again, I think. Although the Dawn Defectors are a bit misaligned for it now. Then again, maybe we should do the Resplendent or no, it's better to get as many damage as possible. So let's have the mechanism go again. But we'll target on the unit with the mechanism. So have everyone that's cardinally adjacent to the mechanism make a power test, DC 14.
I got the Marauder.
Okay.
Ah,
Yikes. Yikes. Got the mechanism.
The mechanism seems to be kind of a lead to our downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the last one is the Cannoneers. See.
Trying to
if-
click it, sorry.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, where else it was gonna go?
Alright. Can you set those all to have 2 less, well, stuff?
Yep. The Marauder's already diminished, so they don't have to make a morale test, right?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
And I'm putting these, the upper minuses are the minuses to morale and command. The bottom ones are just disadvantage on their next attacks.
Just debuffing the whole area.
Okay. The Pit Fiend hasn't technically done his cool thing, which only happens when he attacks, because he's just been doing his shock and awe. Alright.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah, you don't want him to attack you. Okay. Interesting. Not that these guys had a feature like this. Oh, okay. Let's have the Centurions use their Screech ability. And let's have them do it on the Water Myrmidons. So have them make a power test. It's DC 15.
Ali, that's you.
Which one am I rolling?
The Water
Myrmidons.
Myrmidons.
Power
Myrmidon.
test.
I think they have bonuses to power, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, they did have bonuses to power, but they rolled badly.
Do they have any magic resistance? No, they have damage
The
resistance.
Damage resistance.
Okay. Well, then they are misled, which is going to be this token.
Well, means so successful attacks don't do damage, but successful powers do.
Yep, but this was an ability.
Yeah, this was a special ability, the Screech thing. So they are misled. Next turn, they cannot attack and move in one random direction if able.
Great.
Great.
They go off the battlefield.
Well, they won't go off the battlefield.
I know.
Alright, that's it for birds. On's characters, units, turns.
The Grove Rider should probably destroy one of the siege things so the cavalry can do something.
Well, the Grove Guardians can't really choose their attackers. So
Oh,
Right.
also, the Grove Guardians are on fire, so they're gonna take 1 damage immediately. I just did it.
Okay. But they're a siege weapon, so they can attack this to try and destroy it.
They can try.
Yeah.
yeah, they're stupid. Remember? So
So-
gotta roll D100.
Okay.
They don't have the siege thing.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, they're
No.
they're just tough.
Tree ants do. Normally.
All right. So I don't know, but they'll probably attack the weakest one. But let's see who they attack. Let's see if they even choose to do that.
Yep. 25% chance.
Okay, they fine.
So they
Okay,
can
and then they
choose.
Okay,
attack
that's the attack on the weak.
Yep. Is the Falnex fiends?
Yep, they're all fiends. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
they are fiends, yes.
Okay, so that should auto hit, but they need to do the harrowing thing, but they have advantage on the harrowing thing. So that's a what test? That's how
Morale.
harrowing? Morale. So they just need to succeed on the morale test and then they auto hit.
Okay,
Damn.
they all scaled. The guy's looking at him funny.
The trees do not like the fire, apparently.
Yeah, they're probably freaking out. Surrounded by units in a wall of fire. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, thank you for bringing me over here. Never mind, this is hell.
This
This
sucks.
is literal hell.
Why'd you bring me to California?
Yeah,
They had
Yeah.
oh, they
Yeah, that's
had
what I mean.
advantage from the
that's what I
Eternal.
mean by they got eight twice. I was like, they're gonna do fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Who else is Amon's control? Pretty much the front line,
the tavern
Yeah, front
crawlers
line.
and the resplendent.
and the Myrmidons
And the
technically.
Myrmidons. Yeah.
So let's
Oh.
do the Myrmidons. They're no longer misled, which means they're gonna move in a random direction. They can move into the base, like technically by marching. So let's have a
Let's see what
D6 and have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
count mouse. Sorry,
everybody did it. Okay,
Jesus
hold on.
Christ.
count mouse. That makes sense because she said hers was the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that was
did
me.
it right. So she'll move 1 back, and
Sorry,
it
Mermaid.
doesn't
Oh,
do anything
no.
else this round.
The tavern crawlers might just want to go in the fortifications, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay, they enter the fortification but do nothing else. They've broken
And-
their way inside as adventurers are wont to do.
In resplendent order, I guess, will just attack.
Yeah, no, just gotta push on forward. Attack.
Well, honestly,
they
if
hit.
you, I wish you can kill them because that'd be awesome. Because then we can just crush their entire
That's a hit.
vanguard.
That should be a hit as well, so that's 3 damage, which means they need to make a morale test,
Yep.
which they do succeed. So
Yeah.
they-
Goddamn fanatics.
Yeah, dude, they fanatical. They still took 3, so they're at 2.
They can move to the side, but do they want to move to the side?
They wouldn't want to move if I could follow
Hmm.
up.
No, we gotta keep on pushing forward.
Okay. I mean, I'm saying they could go over here or here, but it doesn't really change anything. I mean, they'd be next to the tavern crawlers, but I don't think that would help anything.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Beat them up.
Yeah,
Beat them
just gotta
up.
move forward.
Yep, so they're just gonna hold still. That makes sense.
Because they can't move forward. Okay, Kelvin, we're gonna finish up this round, and then we will leave the rest for next time. Sound good?
Okay.
Yay!
We'll check the VOD before we... before-
Absolutely, because I'll need a refresher on what happened. There was a lot going on this session. Okay. The ballistas, because the Hellfire thing is gone. Oh, one of them takes poison. And... it's to 1. So they're gonna shoot, I think. Let's have them shoot at Paranor's Amalgam. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a hit. Let's do power. Is that a hit? Let's see. That is just barely a hit on the power end. So Paranor's Amalgam is taking 2 damage. And then I'll just put this on them because they're in the mud. They're kind of slowed. That's not actually what that icon is, but basically the ground around them has become frozen. And then the Rimefire Ballista is going to go behind cover. Which does mean, because of this weird thing sticking out here, that they can't be attacked by artillery right now. Which is another reason to get people in there.
Can Urzat's people follow up thing?
Not into a fortification,
Okay.
because that would normally take 2 movements, so they don't have enough to get in there.
Yeah.
Oh, also, technically they are slowed, because I forgot that these guys are a heavy unit, and Briareus's heavy units disorient creatures on a power hit, which is what this thing is. I think. Yeah, it's disoriented. So next time that unit activates, they can only take an action or a move, not both. Which isn't that bad. I mean, you're probably just going to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Then this guy... This was from the Shock and Awe, so that's going to go away. This was as well. Okay. Ballista's going to shoot at... Sorry, I'm going to reduce Paranor's stats. Okay. Let's go to shoot at the... I should shoot at the Resplendent Order. Really? Just in case. Okay, well, we missed that one. Okay. Let's have them back as well. Right. Now, your unit's turns.
Okay. Well, let's attack with Urzat.
Sorry.
Yep, that misses.
Yeah. 'Cause they don't have.
There's
Yeah, they don't have
Paranors.
anything.
Yep.
So they would have to probably move to attack like the Rimefire Legion, unless you want me to stay in the back.
Well, they can only move or attack.
Oh,
They
that
can't
was
do
move
both.
or attack, yeah.
Yeah, so they can only attack the Crimson Guard, I'd say, is what they'd want to do.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
That
a
one
hit.
goes through.
Okay, yeah,
Ooh.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
That
yeah.
looks like it'll do it, so that's 2 damage to them.
If they have anything weird.
I'm looking.
What does Feast do?
At the end of this unit's activation, if any diminished unit is adjacent to them, they increment their casualty die, which means they gain a
Eat them.
health.
Nom nom.
They're ghouls. They're feasting.
Okay, so not yet.
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
that can happen.
And then you still got the Dawn Defectors and the Dark
Yep.
Bow Company.
Which I think it's about time to start moving up a little bit, because they can move out of the center now, right?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
need to be deployed there.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, you can move the Dark Bow and then shoot. That's fine.
Yep. So
Um,
let's attack the ballista in the back.
You
Yeah.
cannot attack them.
Oh,
You need to have a clear line of sight. Sorry, it's a weird rule that is just enforced on this map, but if there is an obstruction to the battlefield, then you need to have like one-on-one line of sight to them.
so they basically hid behind like a mountainside.
Yeah, you would
Alright,
have
well,
you'd have to go here, or you'd have to go like from here.
it's fine. Well, let's go after those fuckers.
Which fuckers?
Rimefire Legion. The ones that have been hit.
These guys, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
That's a hit.
No.
Yeah, that one's not a hit. So you deal 1 damage.
Bonk.
Attack again.
Yep.
You tried.
That's not a hit.
Yeah, not a hit. Womp.
Alright, Dawn Defector.
I think they'll just move up.
They move up.
So we only have 2 units that can actually attack the buildings.
Oh, the
technically-
Darkbow Company was weakened, by the way.
No.
Hold
So
on.
they can only move and attack? Or
No,
attack?
No,
they
hold
can't.
on.
I think they had disadvantage or something.
Yeah, it's disadvantage on attack tests. So technically that one hit didn't hit. Sorry.
The attack test that was a 21 or a 22?
The
Yeah.
one that was a 20 was actually a 10.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, we have to do that, but we will remove this token now because that's affected your character.
Yeah, so Chris, I just want to clarify. Are the only units we have that can attack the buildings the two siege cannons, essentially? Okay. I need help killing one of those things so I can use my cavalry, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it for now. Boom,
Yep.
crashes units, which are all affected by the blizzard this turn.
God damn it.
Okay. Door cannoneers weren't going to do anything anyway, so
Yep.
they were going to hold. So
Reloading.
Nice.
the mechanism. I'm going to roll a d6 to see if I
Yep.
am able to do that again. So I do
So
not.
they did not recharge.
Okay, and so the only option is to attempt an attack.
Yeah. Try to blow up a building. Which building you want to shoot?
Do you want me to attack this one?
That's fine. Yeah, that actually would work, so the Grove Guardians can maybe flee and the Dawn Defectors can go in.
Exactly. Okay. So
That is a stone fence, so that has 4 hit points. Okay, that does 1 damage.
okay.
You can power against it, right?
Power.
Yep. Okay, that should be another hit. Nice.
And I get 2 attacks with the mechanism, so I'm gonna do it again.
That's true. Okay, well, yeah.
What do I always tell you? If at first you don't succeed, blast them with your blue eyes again!
That destroys that wall.
Nerd.
It's completely
Freedom!
Okay.
Hey, as long as it works. 3,000 damage, as long as it works.
Heck yeah. So do they lose the debuffs then?
Yes, all of those were good enough to get through, so they lose the debuffs. They lose a wall,
They did their job. They did their job well.
and now you still have your other 2. They still have disadvantage on attacks, but, you know.
Okay, so class of 13.
Maybe you want to use the Acid Wand so it doesn't have to attack?
It's also a valid use.
That is good. I like that. Thank you for reminding me that I even had that.
That's clever.
Chooses a space and puts an acid token there. Any unit that moves into that space or starts its turn there suffers casualties equal to the number of acid tokens in the space. Then
I say
removes
make
one
the-
acid token.
Make the Crimson Guard suffer.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Okay. We'll put an acid token on their space. Fantastic. And we the debuffs. So these.
Okay, so
Okay, never mind.
and so that eats up. Can they do anything else, or is that it?
I think
they
that was
can
their
move.
action.
They can move.
Oh,
if
they can
want.
move, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea to move because right now we're super clustered. So
They seem to have been able to attack a rank and attack a cross-shaped thing.
so can I move? I can't move diagonally, so
Can
I
you?
can only do.
Yep.
I can move up. Okay, so now it's the Knaten War Mage's turn.
Oh, you have to see if your fire recharges, so roll a d6.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, it doesn't
And it
recharge.
does not. That sucks, but okay.
They just do
um,
normal PQs.
Actually, I don't think they used the fire. They've only been attacking. The mechanism is the one that used the fire. So they
They
still have it.
did it on their first turn, I think. Did they?
Yeah, they used it on the unit to kill it before.
Oh, okay.
It's a reaction to a successful power test. That's why that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, it was basically just do extra damage, which is why they used it.
Okay. So that was so attack but disadvantage. So
Yep, and they get 2.
Who are they attacking?
I haven't decided yet. I want to
Wait.
make.
Also, I'm going to
Just-
say that you have it back, by the way, because
Oh.
two rounds have passed, I believe. But you didn't check
Okay.
to recharge last round.
Oh,
So I just did
okay.
it for
Oh.
you.
I
Thank
am
you.
giving you insight that we know. These guys, I believe, have fire resistance, and these guys have fire resistance.
Yeah, any of the Maragons have fire resistance. The Rhymefire Legion doesn't, surprisingly.
Okay.
Every one of them has magic resistance, but that's
Okay.
different.
So just don't attack the Maragons with those guys in particular.
Any ideas?
Oh, sorry. I was talking and I didn't have push to talk.
Okay.
That makes
So
sense.
I'm balancing between trying to take out that cult cell and just get one less thing there, or try and focus fire on the pit fiend because it sucks.
I mean, they have disadvantage. Why not? If you want to focus fire the pit fiend, that's fine. Probably
Yeah.
won't hit.
Bite me.
Yeah.
Okay. You attempt to fire out the pit.
Okay, so do I have to do something because of harrowing?
Yeah, I think you do. Yep, you
Yeah,
need to
but
make a
they're
morale
adaptable,
check.
so they have advantage.
Actually, no, it's ranged. You don't have to.
You're not
Oh,
up close to it. Yeah, so
nice.
just roll your attacks.
Yeah, they don't even have harrowing, actually.
And that misses.
Yeah.
I'm guessing because the pit fiend's probably chunky.
Yeah, it does miss. Absolutely.
Okay, so you need to roll. Oh shit!
Second
Oh.
one's a 20,
I'm
so that's an attack hit. So now you can make a power test. Let me check weakened, because I don't think it affects power. Oh, it does affect power. Okay.
Why are they tougher than they are defensive?
Well,
Oh,
because
you
they're
still
just...
got it.
Because defense is like whether they get successfully hit. Toughness is just naturally how hard it is to hurt them. It's like, yes, you targeted the stone, but the stone is also hard as stone. Anyway,
So-
the power test succeeded as well, so you can react to the power test. I'm going to tell you right now that the Pit Fiend is immune to fire.
So it won't do
So
anything.
I'm not even gonna bother to use that.
Yep. So
Yeah,
you
so they
don't
just-
have to use it.
Yeah,
So just
I'm not
do
going
damage.
to.
Do 2 damage. They
Yay.
done. Okay, and we lose the weakened token. Cool. That is Boom Crash's turn. Are the War Mages moving anywhere?
That's a thing. So
I say keep them there because if they move to the rear, the
Yeah.
cavalry can attack them.
yeah, and it makes it right now they're not a juicy target because they're not in line with anything. So that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's Tyrannica's turn. Goes to the end of the round. Let's have Aragon Phalanx attack the Growth Guardians. Just do both.
4 trees. Yep.
Okay, no hit,
No.
no power hit, but that's a normal hit, so reduce that. The second Maragons are going to attack. Okay, no hit. Believe.
Let me pull stats. Da. Yeah, it's 14. Whew, close.
Beautiful. Alright,
Those poor
Uh,
trees.
that we can go to... Let's have the Rhymefire Legion attack them as well. Okay,
Okay.
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 So that's 3 more damage to the Grove Guardians.
They're almost dead again.
They also have a flaming token.
They're going to die on their turn.
Yes, they are. Okay. Let's have this Legion attack the Urzat's infantry. Do they have any fun? The Fire Blast, that's right. That's what they did last time. So
Oh,
let's
did they
see.
recharge it?
Charge, they did not recharge it. So let's have them just do a normal attack. Attack the infantry.
Hold on. Is tyrannical orange?
She is.
Okay, yeah. I was just trying to keep track of the acid pool.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm getting to that.
Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Oh.
Also a 30. Okay, so that's gonna do... It only deals 1 extra casualty on a crit, so that's gonna do 4 damage to the Urzat's infantry. And they, they automatically succeed on their tests. So they're just gonna go down to 2.
2.
They... Oh. No, it's not 2.
You
I
okay.
fixed it.
Just like I would like to hit the button. Button moves.
Apologies. Okay. So they automatically succeed on their stuff. Oh wait, they have damage resistance. Successful attack tests inflict no casualties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they actually have one more. Can you, Allie, increase it by one?
Yes.
Good. Good.
All right, they ain't out of the woods yet. They're good. They're good damage sponges. I'll give them that.
Let's have the Crimson Guard go. They automatically take one acid, which removes the token.
I thought the token stays.
No, the tokens just are to remind you that something happens at the start of their turn. That's almost the entire purpose of them, which I like.
The acid pool is still there, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
If you,
Yeah, acid got used up.
It's one and done.
yeah.
Okay.
Although if you put it in an empty space and then keep targeting that space, it will build up acid tokens,
That's funny. Okay.
and it does damage equal to the number of acid tokens, and then only one acid token gets removed. So that's how that works.
You can make a pit.
Anyway, these guys are going to attack Paranor's Amalgam.
Great. Love that for them.
That's a hit. Power test. That's another hit. Paranor's Amalgam immediately gets diminished. I'll put them to 2.
They
Also
also have the death thing.
yeah, they also have the dead thing. However, the Crimson Guard gets a boost because they just use their Shock Troops feature to diminish somebody. They automatically succeeded on their morale test, but they did still become diminished. So, God, what do I do for this? Let's put it 2. Oh no. Put that for +2 to their attack and power. Neat.
So we gotta kill the Crimson Guard, is what you're saying?
I'm just saying that they currently have, like, super buff. I'll just put that there to remind me, even though that's not what that's for. Okay, they're done. And Tyranica's done, so it's time for these guys. Let's have these cult cells attack the Resplendent Order, like, might as well. Nope, that's
Hey,
a no.
stop that.
Let's have these guys attack Tavern Crawlers. Are inside of the... Should have had them attack the Tavern Crawler. Either way, they have a bonus because they're occupying.
Defense.
I don't think that hits.
Then, what do we have left? These dudes. Let's activate these dudes. Bring them down. And that's all that we can do. We can only move them down on because of the stupid forms. That's that. Oh wait. No, we're good. These guys will now move down, I guess. Alright. That's it for them. They really can't do anything.
Okay, I have a question. Since the wall's finally down,
Yep.
I can attack the Crimson Guard because he's in the rear?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Alright, we're gonna
So
do
we're
some
gonna-
swings, baby.
I'm gonna remove this now. So you guys can attack. I will say that
Okay.
you can't attack anybody that's exposed on the eastern side, but anybody on the western side and the rear flank is great.
Okay, so that's gonna hit that guy with the 22.
Yep, nice.
Finally, some cav action.
What's their thing?
No, they got toughness 16. Their
Alright,
defense
let me
is
just-
6. I think that's supposed to be 16.
Okay, let me just check.
Yeah,
something.
6 seems kind of ridiculous.
I have advantage on power attacks against Fiend and Undead. Is that a Fiend or Undead?
No, it says human.
Alright, so it just does 1 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's all they got. Let me just double check. Attack does extra damage with Cavalier. Yeah, it does 1 extra damage, so it does do 2 damage, because the Cavalier's has advantage on attack test and +1 to damage.
Okay, so they need to check against diminishment. Okay, they have advantage because they're humans, so
Okay.
they're fine.
If they go to diminish, does Paranor's Amalgam, or is that only on its turn?
That's only on Paranor's turn.
Okay. Keymon Outrider's are going to try and attack that. It's advantage. Does a 17 hit?
Why 17?
Advantage on attack test and plus... Oh, you're right. Not +1 to attack. So does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Okay, so let's do the power. Meh.
Okay, so another damage. Yeah.
And... Alright, let's see if the birds can finish the job. Alright.
Okay.
Because it does 2.
Oh, because it does 2. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, that should do. Just trying to see if there's any way I can get out of this, but I do not think so.
I'll just see if the power hits as well. Yeah, the power hits as well. They're dead.
Okay.
As soon as the cavalry line opens up, you just see a bunch of horses and griffins beeline for that one group.
Gondor
Yeah,
calls
those shock
raid.
troops would have been really dangerous to let alive, so that was a good idea to focus them down.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna kill Paranorth and become unstoppable.
Okay. So it has gone on for a bit too long.
Yep.
It is the top of the round. So we are going to end it here. We should be able to finish this up next time, and then you guys will be able to enter what is known as the Hellwhore Throne, which is the bad guy's base.
Great.
So we'll go back into dungeon
Yeah.
crawl mode as you go into their
Alright.
secret base in the back end. To the
We're going to the back entrance, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you guys are going into the back. Always use the back door.
Can we also say we had asked our people if they could buy a little bit of supplies as possibly right before?
They ship us supplies.
We're not gonna say much.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching. We will be here every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight or so, Eastern Standard Time. You can also watch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Again, Eastern Standard Time. You can find my books on Drive-Thru RPG and the DM's Guild, as long as that lasts. And also find us on Discord and Patreon/NobleCrumpet. I'm trying to find somebody to raid, but Twitch doesn't want to open right now, so I'm not finding anybody. It's just loading perpetually.
Hey, maybe it's just saying a hint.
Maybe. Alright, well, we're gonna end here then. Thanks again, everybody. Be sure to check out anybody else that's in the spirit of us. Go find somebody else watching D&D and playing D&D and watch them, since I can't rate anybody right now. Good night, everybody, and we will see you next Sunday for the remainder of battle and the assault of the Canian fortress. Good night.
Finally!
Sleep well.
night.
Finally! The end game!